everybody. Welcome to the party. Yay. It's Sunday. It's fun Sunday. Sunday's wrestling time. Are you guys ready? I'm Kate, and I have a couple announcements before we get started. I want to do a shout out to our awesome and amazing sponsors. Tabletop Loot, Devin Rue, the Mistress of Maps. You actually have to spell sponsors right, Jackie.
I got you, fam. I got you.
So Nerdware and Roll20. Oh, we do need a hashtag Jackie command. That'd be great. All right, and a big shout out to the Discord, which is where I met most of these awesome, amazing people. Check that out. We have a lot of fun there. There's a lot of people talking. And then also, if you want to support us, I'm running off script today because I am. If you want to figure out a way to support the channel and what we do here, you can check us out on Patreon. Let's go around and introduce everybody. I don't know what order we're in, but we're going to start with Simon.
Cool. Hello, everyone. I am Simon, he, him, and I will be playing Death Blossom, the goth as heck luchador with a frenemy relationship with, I think, half of this cast, and coming to grips with a former lover, Vampirus.
Good. All right, Smurf.
Hi, everybody. I'm Smurf. Tonight, I am playing Ron Steerling, the Prince of Fab. He is a up-and-coming star in professional wrestling. And last week, he did not win a Fatal 4-Way for the title match that he was pretty sure that he was going to win. And now, he is mad.
Fox.
Hi, I play Phoenix, and I'm bleeding to death on the floor.
Death. Meh.
Mood.
Hi, everybody. I'm Death by Mage, better known as Jack. I'm Jackie, better known as Death by Mage. It's bad.
Death by Mage, better known as
Typos are
Jackie.
bad.
True.
And I will be playing the cook who wasn't supposed to win the championship belt and somehow won the championship belt and might have orchestrated some nonsense.
Might.
You hit people with cooking implements.
All right. We are at the top of the card. How much audience does everybody have?
Or
3.
You hit 4 and then you reset to whatever your natural reset is, right? Once
No,
you
well, what you have at the start of it, you have not reset yet. So what you have
Okay.
at the start of this.
Yep.
4.
So, okay, well, now all of you can do the overmove, which we'll do in a second. But your promotion has gained audience, so you're not quite as small as you were. Woohoo! Which means that
Our little Nielsen tracker went.
everyone resets their audience to their gimmicks starting audience score.
Okay.
Which pretty much, yeah,
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say everyone?
everyone.
Rip.
I was so close.
Someday.
If you end with no audience, don't you level up?
No.
Yeah.
No, that's.
Oh, no, you do.
that's
Yeah,
a
you mark
move,
in
yeah.
advance.
You mark in advance, and I'm the only one who at 0 audience doesn't then get fired. So
Yeah,
Right.
so-
you know what? As long as I don't gain any audience this episode, I'll.
Oh,
get an
I see the
advancement.
mechanic for you. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was at 3. I was so big. And now I am nothing. Once more.
I mean, well, you did get beat up and left on the floor of the
That's
bathroom.
true.
So, you know, that's good. All right. So let us do the, you have all advanced, except for,
me.
sorry. What were your advances? Smurf, what advance did you take?
I increased a skill, a stat rather. My work has increased from 0 to 1.
Nice. Simon, what did you do?
I decided to increase my look from -1 to 0.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Jackie got 2 advances because the cook.
2!
has 4 audience, but also won the championship. So what did
I
you
got
pick?
nothing. I got 2.
You've been robbed.
I know who my next feud is with.
So one of my advances is that I changed I increased power from -2 to -1, and I decided to also gain a manager named Olive Oil.
I took no advances and
that.
decided to gain humility.
You now have a
I
+1
feel
in
bad, but
humility?
also you picked the jobber. What do you expect?
Yeah, no, this is totally fine. I don't care.
All right, so let's roll the over move for
2d6 unmodified, baby.
Yeah.
So nice. Oh, there it is.
Oh yeah, dice.
Ooh,
Got that 10, baby.
I got a 10 as well.
Ah.
I also got a 10.
Oh my god! Okay, so you gain. Everyone gains. Everyone who was.
Everyone gain. What does everyone gain?
Except Fox gains 2 momentum and gets to pick 2 from the 7 to 9 list.
Oh yeah, we get to pick 2 from the 7 to 9 list. Oh man.
That's gonna be interesting.
Where are the overrules at?
They're on the play aids. So our options are
Basic moves. They're top moves.
yeah. Demand and be granted any match you want. Call out anyone on the roster to explain themselves and gain +1 heat with them, or gain +1 momentum.
Ah, there it is. Second column on the first page, right hand
Of
side.
the play aid,
Yes.
Yep.
Second from the bottom.
Top of the card moves.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take definitely the +1 momentum. And
Now you'll have 3 momentum starting this, and
Yep. And I will probably. I'm probably gonna. Let me see. Who do I not have as much heat with still? I have 3 and I have 3 with everyone, 4 with Sterling. You know what? I'll bite this hornet's nest. Let's do a call out to Phoenix.
okay, we will do that
Ooh.
in the show.
Sorry, too busy bleeding to death on the bathroom
You're
floor.
not bleeding to death.
My heart
Mostly.
is.
So I'll take the momentum, and then I will call out Alistair.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
love that.
Good stuff. All right. And what are you doing, Death
So
Blossom?
I've got 4 heat with the cook and Vampirus, so I don't need to worry about either of them. I've got 2 heat with Phoenix and 1 with Ron. We haven't seen a lot of Death Blossom Ron content. I wanna call out Ron.
Okay.
So I've got +2 heat with Ron now. Is
What do you
Ron still wrestling as Ron right now, or is he back?
Yeah.
Is he still Vulcan?
No, he's Ron.
Okay.
Yeah, that didn't even last the match. We got into that match. He's like, yeah, about that tag team thing.
Things I need to remind you of. Phoenix, you want to come after Vulcan Ron because he interfered in your tag team match.
Yeah.
Vampirus also hates you, Ron. Yeah.
Who doesn't hate me?
Very hateable fella.
All right, everyone's reset. I'm sorry, Fox.
I took
Everyone's
another momentum
reset
as
their
well.
audience, and
It's fine.
Yep.
It's fine. It's hilarious, honestly.
all right, are we ready?
As I will ever be.
We cold open to Phoenix lying on the bathroom floor.
Mm-hmm.
You're just lying there, beat to hell. What do you look like?
The title card comes up and says 1 week later. Actually, it's been 2 weeks because we didn't have a show last week. So 2 weeks later, my skin has gone fallow, and there's flies buzzing around me because I'm dead.
You're not dead.
But I rise as a zombie, and
Good gimmick though.
it's extremely tempting, actually.
Your gimmick is already a rising bird.
That's true.
It's just a hop, skip, and a jump to like being a zombie bird.
No, okay. So yeah, so it's just me, and I'm just like laying there on the tiled floor, and it's quiet for a really long time as the camera like slowly comes in and gets lower, and then you just hear, ow. Cut.
Welcome to PWN Presents Slaughter. Featuring Diesel, Ron Steerling, The Surgeon, The Governor, Vampirus, Death Blossom, The Bull, The Cook, Vince Rocketman King, Carmela Davis, Ghost, and you just get a small shot of Phoenix lying on the bathroom floor. Phoenix!
Fuck!
And we open on Corey, no, Rory. I always want to call him Corey. God damn it. Like, asshole. Smurf. On Rory Cemetery. At
Tonight on PWN Slaughter. Last week, Ron Sterling tried to engineer a title shot, but he cooked up a nightmare. The Cook walked away champion, and the Prince of Fab is reeling from the heel's victory. We also have Death Blossom facing Vampirus. Can the former lovers solve whatever trauma they have in their past? We don't know.
Kiss and make up. Can they kiss and make up?
And finally, we have a no-holds-barred match between Big Mama Diesel and Phoenix. This is PWN Slaughter!
And the camera pans around the audience, and there's more people there than there have been this whole time. Like, your audience has grown by like double. No, it looks almost full. It's like, and people are excited and like, ah!
We did it. We filled up a Walmart parking lot. Sort of.
Oh, you haven't filled up the parking lot, just the
Oh,
big
okay.
one.
Just the ring.
Just the produce
Don't
section.
get ahead of yourself.
Yeah, just the produce section.
There's still curtains around it, but it looks
Oh.
full. Looks way more full. And it's exciting. And then we open up on the locker room as Phoenix is pulling herself out of the bathroom.
I actually like. No, I like this better with no explanation as to how it even happened. I'm not pulling myself out of the bathroom. I'm wheeling myself out by myself in a wheelchair. And like my right arm is like in a sling and has like a cast around it. And I'm just like trying to figure out how to make that work with like the one arm. Because there's nobody to push me, so it's just like, this is grab the door frame, pull myself through. So yeah, I'm struggling to sort of make my way across over to my locker. Gotta put on a show tonight. You know, that kind of thing.
Coming up behind you
Mm-hmm.
and slamming into your locker right as you get there is Diesel.
Can we not? If we could schedule this for later.
You ready to die?
Am I ready to die? Well, I can barely move, but yeah, sure. At this point, frankly, what can you do to me that hasn't already been done? Like, I don't know if you caught the number of the semi that decided to roll through me in there. But sure, Diesel, wanna arm wrestle?
Don't you know we have a match book tonight?
I'm like trying to reach up for my fucking latch, like, of course we have a match book for tonight. No, nobody tells me anything, Diesel. It's a small wonder I'm even Still on the. I can't get the damn thing open. It's a wonder I'm still on the show.
She'll
Jesus.
open it for you.
Oh, thanks. That's super great.
And she'll be like, get ready. No holds barred. You won't survive long. And she walks away.
As she's walking away, like we like the camera's like the reverse shot of me, so we see her like walking towards the camera. She walks past it, and then as she leaves, there's just the reveal of me like sitting there in the chair, and it's just I've kind of like got this like furious look in my eyes, and I flex my right arm such that the or at least hopefully we'll see how the roll goes, such that the cast on my right arm cracks. This, I believe, is a feat of strength.
Feat of strength, yeah.
Because I'm trying to demonstrate my extraordinary strength. So I need to roll plus power, which, as I recall, is a -1.
Bless.
So I'm just sitting there, like, struggling with my cast, and I rolled a 3. I rolled a 3, so I botch. On a botch, you injure yourself.
As you
Poetry in motion.
So my intent was to like flex and break it and then like break the cast off onto something, like, you know. So
mark an injury.
great. How many of those can I even take?
Oh, the cook has injuries, right? Who has injuries?
I did.
Oh yeah.
I advanced.
Yeah, so you don't. Okay, I was making sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Mark an injury, and as you attempt to do this, you scream out in pain as you feel it kind of compress on your arm.
Oh man.
Arm is now possibly broken. You don't know.
Great. 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 I just like collapse forward, like my head like collapses forward into the bottom of the locker. Just.
How do you want to call out Alistair, Ron? Do you want to do it in the ring, or do you want to do it in his office?
I will do it in the ring.
Okay. So it opens up on Ron standing in the middle of the ring holding a mic.
Ron looks pretty sad, kind of somber. Last week, I failed in my mission to become the AAA Mega Champion.
I forgot that was the title. I'm sorry.
I came out here for a tag team match with my friend Phoenix, and I thought I was being clever and engineering a way to win the title off of Diesel. Instead, the Cook walked away champion. It's been weeks now since I have arrived here. I chose to come here. I had many different contract offers from around the world. I could have gone down to Mexico or to Canada. I turned down Vince. He was going to give me a prime spot on their new show, Velocity.
Oh my god.
But I turned it down to come here. To PWN. To wrestle with these great people. My friend Phoenix among them. And to become champion. But since I've gotten here, I've not been treated as the up-and-coming star that I am. Alistair, I know that you're behind all of this. Now why don't you come down to the ring?
Is that it? Is that all you're gonna
That's
say? Oh, I
that's
thought you were
it.
gonna say something else. I thought you were gonna say
No,
something
no, no.
Sorry, my bad. My bad. there's like silence for a minute. He just comes out. I don't know where that came from. I was like, oh, this is okay. He just comes out and just stands there. His voice projects, probably because he's wearing a mic, but you can't really tell. It's probably like up in his poof of hair somewhere, but you don't know.
Wow, we have lavs. Holy shit.
One.
Are we borrowing it from that AV club? They got a lav, which means now we have a lav.
And the only reason it fits in his hair is because he's got that big poof in the front, so it like kind of fits in that giant poof. And he's like, "What do you want, Ron? It's your fault you lost."
It's your fault that I had to even make that match.
It's been a month. You just expect everything to be handed to you.
I just gesture like.
Please. Everyone here works for what they get. Even you. Prove you're worth it. Why don't you?
I've proved that I'm worth it everywhere that I've ever been. What? Do you want me to fight a gauntlet?
I want you to win, Ron.
That's not what you want. That's what you want people to think you want.
I only want what's best for my wrestlers, including you. I want you to win, Ron. And he walks away. I'm assuming you're cutting a promo.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you do have that one heat with him as well.
Plus, look. 9.
All right. What do you want of these? You can gain 1 momentum, gain 1 heat with the subject of your promos. You'd have 2 heat
I'm gonna take the heat.
with Alistair.
Yep.
I like it. I like it. Cool. And it's Ron standing out in the crowd, kind of yelling around him, pretty excited.
Ron will at this point exit the arena, head to the back.
Okay. We pick up in the locker room with Death Blossom getting ready for her match later.
Yeah. I think Death Blossom is like standing in one of the showers, like fully wearing her full outfit, but she's like hiding from people. And she's got her eyes closed as the camera's like slowly panning in, and then we get really janky black and white like flashbulb flashback scenes to like moments from the match from 2 weeks ago between her and Vampirus, of like them looking across at each other, and then like flashes maybe to an older promotion, like a home movie of the two of them like wrestling, and then maybe a couple of shots of them at dinner as she sits down and Vampirus says, "We need to talk," and then back to the present, and her eyes snap open as we go back to the present. She's, I can't let her inside to my mind. She's going to be focused. Nothing will stop me from claiming what's rightfully mine. Not past mistakes, not what's happened. Things are different now. I'm different. And she pushes out through the doorway, comes out into the locker room, and I think she's like cracking her neck and like trying to look tough, and then sees Ron come out of the vom or whatever it is, the entryway from the stage, and cuts him off halfway, and says, "Whoa, where are you going, big boy? Big
Going to
talk,
get-
huh?"
Going to get ready for my match later.
Must feel really good to have the fame and the rep that you do right now. Walking around feeling like you can call out the man that runs everything.
He signed me to be his champion. He hasn't delivered on his end of the bargain.
And have you delivered on your end?
I got the highest rated matches here. Why do you think all those people are out there? They're here to see me, not you and whatever petty squabbles you had with your ex-lover.
I think that she like reels back at that, like gets like goes for the slug and then stops. Like, I'll tell you what, Ron, since you like to run your mouth, let's see if you got the muscles to back up your words. I want a match. And she presses a finger into Ron's chest and like lets it like crawl up until it's at his chin. She says, "Because you don't know it yet, but you're in my house."
What makes you think that you've earned a match with the Prince of Fab?
Stick around ringside tonight. I'll show you when I put Vampirus back in the dirt.
Fine. Show me what you've got.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I don't disappoint.
Ron will then walk past and like bump her shoulders heavily.
Yeah. Yep. Just like
So
shove
good.
past.
So
Yep.
good.
Yeah. She like flattens against the wall and watches him go. We get the angle as she's like watching Ron and Ron like going backwards. Yeah.
That was your call out, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's the call
Okay.
out.
Sweet. The cook. You're like in the
So-
training room.
Yeah.
I'm
okay.
thinking whatever you're doing in there is fine. Just whatever you're doing in the training room.
Training room. All right. He's definitely prepping an entire meal inside there.
He's got his own mini kitchen on the side of the
Yep.
training room.
little mini kitchen that just rolls around. Has it's gas powered, so it's easy to do.
Of course.
And you just see him, juggling some cast iron pans in the air. Totally safe.
Totally safe, no problem. Wearing the championship belt. How are you wearing the championship belt?
So he's wearing the championship belt actually. So he actually has an apron on because he has to protect his pecs
Yeah.
from any
Of
hot
course.
oil and flames.
Of course.
So he has an apron on, and then he has the championship over the apron.
Of course.
It's like what's keeping the apron on?
Magic. He's cooking a meal. He's actually cooking like an actually nice plate of food. Like it's country hash with scrambled eggs, bacon, and he finishes it, takes the plate. He walks out of the training room, heads straight for the lockers, and finds Phoenix.
Who is, like, again, trying to work a wheelchair with, like, one arm. So it's a lot of, like, turning to the side, grabbing something, turning back.
Oh no.
But at some point,
So pathetic.
I think at some point she, like, just, like, reaches over, grabs a stick, and is, like, pushing herself along with that. So,
Oh no.
there. Yeah, she just, like, turns around backwards and then pushes herself with the stick to roll backwards and backs up into the cook. Oh, you. Yes, hi.
I came to give you an offering.
Well, I see you've got. I mean, unless it's that belt that you're wearing illegally, I note, because you're a big. You're a big. Let me turn around so I can see you. A big cheaty pants. I don't want any offerings from Cheater Von Cheater Sign the Third.
Look, Phoenix, I know you've done this for a long time. I know you got some integrity, but this belt ain't about integrity.
That belt represents everything that is it represents the sanctity of the ring. It represents the truth of true strength and determination, and you have no business wearing it any more than some filthy dog in an alley wearing it would be bad. That's you in this analogy. I just jabbed the belt with my finger.
And he kind of just points at your cast, and I'm not a minced up piece of chicken.
Spin my wheelchair back around. Get my stick and start trying to push past him.
He puts the plate of food on your lap. He says, "Eat up. You're gonna need it."
This actually does look really good.
It smells really good too.
This also smells really good.
Chef's cook's own spice rubs.
Oh, that's going in later.
I think she just stares him in the eyes until he decides to leave, and then as soon as he's gone, he's like, "Oh, I'm fucking famished."
Hey, you haven't eaten in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
After the cook leaves and she starts eating, Ron will approach. Phoenix. I know you're really looking forward to our match 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry.
I seem to dimly recall that you turned that into a fatal four-way. Actually, I kind of feel like, Ron, I feel like I'm getting mixed signals here at this point. Sometimes you're Vulcan,
You had an
but then
opportunity. You had an opportunity to win that match.
What? Okay. Yes.
I tried to help you win. There was a moment in that match where I helped you pin Diesel.
Okay.
You can't paint me as the bad guy here. I tried to help you win a championship.
Ron, it's just, admittedly, the contents of the last 2 weeks are a little fuzzy. I can't quite stand up straight at the moment, but probably not a concussion. Don't worry about it. Anyway, what's my name again? Right. So the point is that some things are about more than just title shots, Ron. I thought we were a team again. And it hurt to get betrayed, like, basically in the first 20 seconds of our match. That was a little rough for me, personally.
Wasn't a betrayal.
What? I mean, it kind of was.
Listen,
like, we were a team, and then you broke the team.
We're always going to be a tag team.
That's actually factually inaccurate. We're not a tag team presently. And you're not called Vulcan anymore. We're literally not a tag team, Ron.
No. Our bond can never be broken. We might not be a tag team right now, but we will always be the birds of prey. I will always be in your corner.
Yeah, and Phoenix buys it completely. she gets these big doe-eyed, like just... You really mean that, Ron?
I do. Now, you have a match against Diesel. It's coming up next.
Oh, shit. You know what? You're right. And, like, I put my hand out, my unbroken hand out to you.
And I'll take her hand and do you want help up?
Yeah, I can't. And I just, like,
Okay.
I pull myself up. slowly to my feet and like kick, or I go to kick the wheelchair behind me, just like away from me, but like my leg kind of gets like stuck in the, cause you know where like the handlebar is, it's got kind of a loopy there, and I go to kick it, my leg kind of gets stuck in there, so it kind of like I have to shake it around a bunch to get it off my leg, but then eventually it gets like it falls over behind me. There.
You hear a deep chuckle behind you, and it's just Diesel. Get out there, kid. And just leaves.
Phoenix, here's what I want you to do.
Yeah, Ron?
Per usual, you're booked to lose.
Oh, breaking the kayfabe.
Yeah, Ron?
Lose by disqualification.
Jeez, Ron, I don't know.
Beat the shit out of her.
Phoenix doesn't respond. She just looks very thoughtful and conflicted.
By the way, the food that you were served on from the cook was a cast iron pan.
But not a hot one, I hope.
No, it's
No.
not, it's not hot anymore.
He took it from one cast iron pan into another smaller cast iron pan
Yeah,
for serving purposes.
I love it. That's the best ever.
Yes.
I have 2 sizes of cast iron pan. That's totally normal. All right. So then we close on that. I think it's a good place to end that scene
Mm-hmm.
with conflicted Phoenix, and we are moving into the ring. Behind the announcers table are, if I remember, who's behind that? Rory Cemetery and Johnny Wong.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's me.
Oh, God.
I'm really looking forward to this match, Johnny. We have Big Mama Diesel facing Phoenix in a no-holds-barred match.
I certainly hope that Phoenix's feathers have not all been plucked.
She's not literally a bird, my dude.
Oh my god, that's good.
Well then, I hope everyone's ready to rev up their engines tonight.
Oh wow.
Just as a reminder for the folks watching at home, a no-holds-barred match means that there are no holds barred from competition here.
How do you get DQ'd in a no holds barred match?
Yeah.
That's the one thing I was like, you're saying this, I was like, the fuck's that gonna happen?
No, you could absolutely get. So, no holds barred is there are holds that you can that are normally
that's
illegal
right,
that you
yeah,
can do.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, fair. It's not a street match.
yeah, exactly. It's not a street fight.
Okay, fair. All right, perfect.
So like,
Just want to
yeah,
make
like,
sure that.
if I steal chair back of the head, that's not okay.
Yeah.
So, for example.
All right, and you hear Diesel's music. As this giant 6-foot-something tall woman, built like a train, struts out in her full black outfit with the flames on the side.
Here she comes. It's Diesel. And she scares the hell out of me.
She's got long silver white dreads that hang down past her waist. She's just fucking badass looking. She moves us. And she just deliberately walks. And she's like, yeah. Acts like she's still the champion, even though she's not. And makes her way to the middle of the ring and just like... And the crowd really likes her. They go pretty wild for her. They're like... And then as she takes her place in the middle of the ring, Phoenix's music starts playing.
And I step out onto the entryway.
Oh, you're walking! Yay!
Yes.
Oh,
And I
baby.
raise my broken arm over my head, down into a flex, and I run down the ramp towards the apron.
And here coming down to the ring is Phoenix. But for a second, I want to go back and talk about Diesel. Last week, she was involved in a fatal 4-way match where she lost the title. Johnny, how do you think that's going to impact Diesel in this match?
Oh, I'm afraid it's going to literally be a steamroll.
Yeah, it does not look good for Phoenix out here tonight. She looks broken, battered, and bruised. And I think that Diesel is going to take out some anger and frustration on the fiery bird.
Oh, most certainly. Will the Phoenix turn into ash, or will the Phoenix turn into a roasted goose?
Well, in the famous words of John Madden, I believe that tonight, Phoenix is going to become a turducken.
No, thank you.
The crowd is mostly just like, when you come out.
Yeah. I have 0 audience right now.
Oh.
All right. So I'm going to make my way to up onto the ring, and make the motion like towards the reference, like, hey, nope, I want a microphone. I want a microphone. I got something to say here. And
The ref reluctantly hands you a microphone.
thank you.
Diesel's just standing there like this the whole time, like, whatever.
Hello, everyone, and oh, you are not serious.
And we'll be back from commercial in just a moment.
I just like throw the microphone out of the ring. I climb out of the ring. I go down to where Johnny Wong is sitting at the table and like reach down and like grab up his like microphone. Like it's very awkwardly because it's like on the table.
Yeah, it's one of those like wire ones that are like on podiums.
Yeah, it's like this. It's like locked into the little things. It's just like
Yeah.
Hello, everyone who's here tonight. Instead of at home,
Woo.
ostensibly watching something else that is extremely important and a big sports spectacular. You're all the true fans here today in oh god, Fox is just the worst at keeping things in her head. Where the hell?
Vancouver.
Thank you. All the wonderful people of Vancouver. I see a lot of amazing new faces. Amazing new. Thank you, sir. Amazing new faces in the crowd tonight. Oh god. Woo!
Are you cutting a promo? Or
No, I'm trying to get cheap heat.
Oh, okay. I like it.
So I'm gaining +1 momentum because Christ, I'm gonna need it.
I was like, I don't know what you're doing, but great. You do the thing.
I'm just getting cheap heat.
Okay, great.
Sorry, Johnny. I set the microphone back down and make my way to the ring.
So Johnny takes the microphone, disconnects it, and replaces it with another one.
Hell!
This is a no-holds-barred match scheduled for one pinfall or submission between Diesel and the crowd goes wild. Phoenix. Woo!
They're screaming so hard for Diesel that like my name just gets completely swallowed in the fucking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Woo! And the bell rings. I'm gonna start you out with control.
Okay. I start with control of the match. All right. I think in that case. Oh, sorry. Somebody's making noise at my door. I'm busy. Go away. I love you. Sorry. Pay no attention to that. I think Diesel like starts off just like pointing at me as if to say just like, what, are you serious? Are you serious? This isn't even a fight. And like walks over, and just is like, I'm like, all right, let's go. We're gonna lock up. Here we go. Sure, I've got a cast on one of my arms, but it's no big deal. And she like starts to, and then it's just boot in the chest and just like pushes me down and back against like into the ropes, just woof, flying backwards. And then like turns away from me and just like motions to the crowd like, are you serious? Is this even a fight?
Oh, I like that. Roll work.
Okay. So
Probably. That makes the most sense out of this.
I think it is, because it's not like super powerful or dangerous. It's not like super flashy. It's just like her just going like, are you fucking kidding me with this? No, get out of here. Get out of my ring. You don't even deserve to be here. That is a 6 plus 2 is an 8.
All right, cool. That works pretty well. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to. I'm gonna give my opponent control and gain 1 momentum. I want some more momentum here.
All right, she's just gonna walk over to you after gesturing at the audience. She's gonna pick you up above her head and throw you to the mat.
Oh God. Just body slam.
Poof. And again. Poof. And again. Poof. What are you doing?
It's like absolutely selling this for the office, honest to God, beatdown that it is. Just
I
like
love it.
rolling
I love
around on the ground, just like, ah, God.
Okay, roll work.
In fact, actually, hang on, because
Oh,
I just
go ahead,
realized I've
no.
got an injury move. Sorry, here you go. If you play up your injury during your match, your opponent gains +1 momentum. All right, yeah, like I think like the 3rd time I land down, like I like land like with my arm, the injured arm under me, and I'm just like writhing around, just like screeching, because of how bad it hurts, and just like pill bugging up, like, oh God, she's hitting the part of me that hurts real bad. So
She leans down next to you and she's like, why bother fighting? You don't even deserve to be here.
Okay. So she gets +1 momentum, I think.
They don't really get
PWs,
momentum, but
they
yeah.
not get momentum?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. But either way, and you said you wanted me to roll work
Work, yeah.
for this. Okay. I rolled an 8.
All right. Are you going to take control or leave it up to her?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take control at that point because like as she leans down, like I like reach up and grab her behind the head, and just headbutt.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
And she goes like staggering back, and I just kind of pull myself back up to my feet again. And as she's like kind of bent over, like from the headbutt, like I back up a little bit into the lean back into the ropes and run forward and like uppercut with the busted up arm, just boom with the cast, just as hard as I possibly can.
Roll plus work. Is there any announcing going on, or are you just?
Oh, sorry.
No, it's all right. You're just enjoying it. It's fine.
Talk about using what you got. Talking about what you got, man.
Yeah, I could not have been more enthused about this match as it is taking place. Phoenix is really getting rattled in there. Hopefully this is over quick.
Holy shit!
I'm so sorry.
No,
It's so good.
That's amazing. Question. So,
Yes. What would you like to do?
So if I'm putting my opponent or myself at legit risk, and considering that I've already fucked up my arm super bad, and that's what I'm using to strike in, is that actually a plus power roll instead of plus work, or
Probably,
is-
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay. Then I'm gonna roll plus power, which I will remind everyone is a -1.
Hey.
You got
And it
momentum
does-
to spend.
I do. You know, I have 2 whole points of momentum to spend. Rolled a 2.
Oh, well.
I rolled a 2, so I botch.
You go to slam her in the face with this, and she just grabs your arm
Oh,
as you
man.
go toward her face and flips you over and is pounding your arm against the ring.
Ah.
Ooh.
Oh, looks
Vicious.
like Diesel is trying to break Phoenix's good arm, which is already broken.
And she just, as she does this, ready to give up yet, punk?
So let's see. I have to give you. So on a botch, I give you 1 momentum, and then you take
Mhm.
control of the match. So
Mhm.
yeah, I'm. I think I'm just like screaming and like trying to like kick up at her, but creative currently has control of the match. So
Yeah, no. So she's going to again, just kind of like continue beating your arm against the ring, and then she's gonna pick you up and toss you from one side of the corner of the ring to the other.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, she just got hurled across the ring.
So roll me a plus word.
Johnny, are you awake over there?
Oh,
I rolled an 11.
An 11?
I rolled an 11.
Okay, so you're gonna gain control of the match, but you go flying into the turnbuckle. Backward.
Okay. So on a hit, you retain control and pick one. I'm gonna choose to take one heat with this lady
I like it.
because I have no
Makes sense.
heat with Diesel.
She has a lot of heat with you.
Ah, okay. Good for her. So yeah, I think that I go like tumbling across the ring. It's like she throws me like kind of down in the middle of the ring, and I just like roll all the way back and like end up like sitting straight up like this, like boom into the turnbuckle. And like I think that she's like charging at me to like slam into me like into the turnbuckle, and like as she gets about halfway across, like I kind of snap awake and then like pull myself up on onto the ropes a bit so that my feet are on the bottom rope and my hands are on like the top rope, and as she like comes in hunched over, I go up and over and like grab her midsection as I'm like flip over the other side of her and just kind of like boom to like kind of bring her into a roll up, I think.
Oh, I like it. Sounds
Yeah.
good. That'll work.
And just yeah. Here's hoping. Cause you know she can't. Son of a gun. That is a 5.
Ouch.
That is a
On
5.
your work,
On my work,
That's
I rolled
bad
3
day.
plus 2. That's a 5.
you do that, and she just keeps rolling and pins you down. And she just starts, and then she's like, "Nah." She picks you up and kind of throws you out of the ring.
I thought it was almost over there for a second, but it looks like we have a couple more minutes of this torture.
Hilo wants to punish Phoenix a lot. She not happy.
Johnny is actually just working on a crossword puzzle the entire time.
Oh my god.
The crowd itself is also like, "Ugh, come on, just let this over." It's like, we're so tired of this. Diesel comes out of the ring, picks you up, throws you back in, and she just starts kicking you while you're down.
Oh my god.
I have a bit of help here for you, Johnny. Do you know what a 6-letter word for dominance is? It's Diesel, baby. She's dominating in there.
Oh yes, that actually fits with complete overindulgence of character.
While Diesel is kicking the crap out of Phoenix, I think Death Blossom runs into the ring.
Oh, okay.
So that should I roll the potential outcome before I narrate what
Yeah,
I'm
that's
doing?
probably a good
or-
idea.
Yeah.
If you're doing a run-in, it's easier to, yeah.
Plus heat with the character you're coming after. So actually, I'm coming in against Diesel.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
wow, because you
Um,
helped her last time. Nice. I like
right.
it.
So I need to set her heat at like +1, I think,
I think it's plus
because I
one.
don't have any heat with her.
Yeah.
Diesel. Just jotting this down on my little sheet here. So I got a 12.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So,
On a 10 plus, it's a hot angle. You both gain +1 heat with each other and pick one from the 7 and 9 list. They win the match. Interference doesn't change the result of the match, but creative books the two of you in a match list later. Interference doesn't change the result of the match, but the opponent comes after you for interfering in their business. Well, I want to help Phoenix.
Well, I was gonna say, isn't there the option if you attack Diesel in the ring, resulting in
their
Oh,
opponent
okay.
getting disqualified,
Okay.
they win the match. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we do. I think it's the third one. Your
Okay.
interference doesn't change the result of the match, but their opponent comes after you for interfering in their business.
Okay.
It's like, no, like I had this thing, I had this on lock. Let me enjoy this beatdown. How could you interrupt that? Yeah. So I think what happens, Death Blossom emerges from the
Oh, yeah,
audience.
just a second. Just a second.
Of
Okay,
course.
here we go.
So I think, yeah, the music starts up, and the show us your tits guy,
Yeah.
like standing up to yell again, and from behind him, the Death Blossom just like emerges slowly, like out of the water of the audience, and just shoves him down
So good.
into the seat, and like climbs over the audience, slowly taking her time to get down. Diesel obviously doesn't care because she's just still kicking. Death Blossom climbs up onto the ropes and just missile drop kicks Diesel into the back, sending her like tumbling over Phoenix. And she grabs Phoenix by her other good arm and pulls her up, like flips her up and stands her up and grabs her shoulders and says, "I need you. I still need you."
Yeah, hi, Ron. Okay.
And I don't know why Death Blossom's here, but it's certainly more interesting now.
Aw.
This is not an undesirable rose.
Oh wow. Thank you for that call out. Holy crap.
You're welcome.
Oh. Anyway, what are you doing, Phoenix? Oh, Death
Yeah.
Blossom.
I
No,
don't know who has
go
control
for
of the
it.
match at this point.
Huh?
I don't know who has narrative control of the match
I
at
think
this
you're
point.
gonna have narrative control now. You and Death Blossom, however you work that out.
Okay. I think that I've kind of shake my head clear a bit and realize like, wait, Death Blossom, what the hell are you doing here? And I'm just like, I just kind of start pushing you, like I'm like pushing you like away from the edge of the ring, like no, you can't be here, you
Right.
can't be here. No, this is. I'm gonna have a clean fight. I'm gonna have one clean fight. I'm like doing this with my fans, like one clean fight. I'm having one clean fight. And I'm trying to like, push Death Blossom out. And
She slides out of the ring. She like swings around, but she's like on the ropes, leaning in and watching. Like, no, you get in there and you show her that you can't be put down. You are the Phoenix. Rise from the ashes.
rise from the ashes. Right, rise from the ashes. Okay. And I turn around and then Diesel's just like right there, and she's just like, "Hi," boom, and like grabs the side of my face and like just slams me down onto the mat again. Like, but I think as she does, I like grab hold of her arm and like roll over and try to like get her like put my hand on her back and like pull up on her her wrist, so it's like I'm trying to like pull her arm out basically out of socket as a result of it. So yeah, we're both just like there like at the edge of the mat, like on the ropes, just like trying to get her to submit essentially.
Okay, she's gonna reach up and grab. You can roll, but I think roll for work, and we'll go
Okay.
from there. But I think there's a
8, 9, 10. That's a 10.
Okay, you do this really well, but you're at the side of the rope. She reaches up and grabs the rope. Are you holding on?
To her arm?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or are you letting go?
I'm gonna hold on. Feel like I'm missing something here, but sure, I'm gonna.
When
hold on.
someone reaches for the rope, it breaks a submission
Oh,
hold.
right, it totally does. You're
Yeah.
right. Yes.
So-
No, I absolutely I'm just in the moment of it, not thinking about it. Let's see. I'm gonna take +2 momentum here because I lost a whole bunch
Okay.
of momentum, so now I'm at 3 momentum. Awesome. Yeah. And yeah, like she. So even in a no holds barred match, you can still rope break.
I
guess
think
that makes sense.
so.
Ah, you know what you can here.
I think so.
So yeah, like I'm perhaps foolishly going to just kind of keep hanging on to it. I guess she'll
The
go
ref
for
starts yelling at you.
And the moment the ref says like anything to me, like I let her go. And it's like, oh crap, right. I can't do that. I'm not allowed to do that. And I think she recovers a little bit faster than I do. And like just like grabs me by the hair and drags me to the center of the ring.
Oh.
Yeah. And like sets me up, knees me in the stomach, and then while I'm bent over, up, powerbomb right back down.
And just pins you.
And yeah, and just goes for it.
And it's just like the pin, the 1, 2.
At which point, so I have to roll when someone else pins me.
Okay, good.
Because they get stuff. Here we go. When your opponent pins you for the win, roll 2d6. I rolled a hot 9. What happens on a... Sorry. On a 7 and 9, you do okay. Gain +1 momentum or +1 heat with them, your choice. I am going to choose to take +1 heat with them.
Okay. And it's just 1, 2, 3.
Death Blossom's like walking like an ant, like a lion in a cage, like pacing around the ring, like, come on, get up, and like the longer that count goes, the more disheartened she gets.
And Phoenix is just limp after the power bomb.
Rubik's Cube at this point instead.
What is Johnny doing? I'm sorry.
Totally,
He's working on a Rubik's Cube.
And Diesel stands up. Yeah, I won. Like it was even expected. She like gets the mic. She's like, "This is ludicrous. This trial is a joke. Don't book me in these dumb matches." Throws the mic down at the ground, kind of toward Phoenix, and just like starts walking up.
I reach over, I like claw over for the microphone, and as she's like sliding out of the ring and starting to walk away, I just, don't you walk away from me.
What are you gonna do?
And I turn around and push myself to my hair's like weight like all down on my face like it's a mess. And I run for the turnbuckle, pull myself up on it, jump off of that out of the ring as she's exiting, and just like hammer blow on the back as she's leaving. Just...
Oh! I don't know what you roll for this. I don't even know what you're doing right now.
I don't know if that's a move. That's probably a move.
There's a move.
There's a
definitely
move.
It's not wrestling. The match is over, but I don't know what that move is.
Are you working the?
Are you trying to legit? Are you trying to like actually injure Diesel, like, or are you trying to?
Oh, maybe.
Is this a heel turn?
Are you heel turning? Like that's what I need.
Heel
That's
turning?
what I need to know.
Oh, I don't think quite yet. I don't think
Phoenix
quite
is
yet.
like full on. Okay, so you're kind of like wobbling on that edge.
Yeah.
So it's probably a feat of strength, or it could be a work the audience, depending on what you're trying to do.
Let's see.
I think it's not
Yeah.
for kayfabe.
You know what? Yeah, we'll call this a feat of strength because I'm trying to like work past a zillion injuries and then jump out of the ring. So.
Use all that momentum.
Yeah, use your momentum.
So let's see. It's 8, 7. Okay, I rolled a 7. I actually rolled a 7 on this. On a 7 and 9, it's an obvious effort, gain +1 momentum, and they or your opponent or creative picks one. Okay, so you have to pick one off of the 7 to 9 list under feat of strength.
I think you put her at risk of injury. You jump out of the ring and you beat her in the head, and she just drops.
Yeah.
Which I guess like at first like it's like yeah, thank you Chad, after I fucking like Kirk bonker in the head, I'm just like breathing like and then it like what I just did like dawns on me, it kind of washes over my face. It's like and I like start calling for the stretcher medic or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
the one like kid, you know, wearing the shirt
Yeah.
that's like
Harold, come here.
runs up and is like, and like,
Just sorry.
go.
Well,
And,
that
like,
was unprecedented, Rory.
Make my way very quickly out of the arena.
I'm not sure what I just saw, but it might be the most interesting thing that Phoenix has ever done.
Oh, and I finished my Rubik's Cube.
Oh, that's so good. Okay. We go back to the locker room. As Death Blossom is staying, I'm assuming you've made it to the locker room.
Yeah, like I think she like sees the dive bomb.
Yeah.
And the second Diesel goes down, there's like a second of like, whoa, did that? Okay, I got a match. I can't be here right now. She like takes 3 steps backwards, like and then runs back up the
Nice.
exit.
I like it.
And then I guess Phoenix charges after. So Death Blossom is now like
Standing
I don't
in
know,
the
like
locker,
washing
in the
cold
yeah,
water over
sure.
her face in
Yeah.
the sink.
As Phoenix
Yeah.
enters, oh, the bathroom. Sure, I love it.
Washing
Yeah.
cold water over her face, onto the mask, of course.
Onto the
Yes,
mask, right?
Of course,
Still
always.
with a towel over her shoulder. She's like, splash, 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 like rub, rub, rub.
Sure, yeah, and then Phoenix kind of stumbles in, and then like she like pushes through the door, smacks her microphone. Sorry about that. She pushes through the door, and then kind of does the like as soon as the door closes, like presses back up against it, and just. Oh my gosh! 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 Oh my gosh!
Death Blossom slowly turns the sink off and raises up, looks over.
Are you looking at her in the mirror, or are you
Yeah.
looking at like okay? Because this is the best. Like the looking.
She's looking at her
at
in the mirror, right?
Yes, so good. Okay.
And she takes a breath. Well,
Uh-huh.
you really did it, huh?
Just. Yeah. Oh god, I have to go apologize to like everybody ever. Oh my gosh.
Do
Oh,
you?
jeez. Yeah, I can't. It was after the bell. You're not supposed to hit people after the bell rings. That's like. There's a rule book. I know I'm the only person around who seems to have read it. But you can't do that. And I just did it. And I did it with a foreign object, technically. Which is not great. And. She wasn't moving after I did it, I grab your shoulder, start shaking you. She wasn't moving after I did it, Death Blossom. What if I killed her? What if I
And
killed
she-
her, Death Blossom?
Like flail, like carefully grabs the arm, like trying not to cause more injury, and like pulls it back and says like, no, look at me.
Yes.
She's
you-
fine.
Huh?
He's going to be okay.
Oh. Okay.
What you did
Uh-huh.
was you asserted your dominance.
Asserted my. Whoa, that's new.
She did not care about any rule book that anybody is following. No holds barred or not. All she had to do was make you submit. The moment she pushed beyond the boundary, all bets were off.
All
She
bets
made
were
her
off.
bed, and now she's going to sleep in it for a little bit.
Sleeping in her bed. Yeah. You know what? You're right. You know what? You're right. Yeah.
And if you really want to show Diesel that you're no longer the joke of PWN, when she comes at you like that, when anybody comes at you like that,
Yeah.
you tell them,
Tell
not
me.
today, not ever again.
Not today. Not ever. I should be writing this down. I should be writing this down.
And
Right,
she
Death
like
Blossom.
wipes off her face, and she like sits Phoenix down, like goes into her locker, pulls out some painkillers,
Nice.
like a chocolate bar. It's like a protein bar or something.
Is
It's
it
one of the
Protein Plus
friggin'
bar?
it's
Protein Plus.
The
Protein
Yeah, I
Plus.
did not
It's a
realize
Protein
it's an
Plus bar.
actual brand. I just was like throwing shit, and I probably heard it somewhere, but it's an actual brand.
Oops.
Whoops.
Oops.
free advertising.
How about Protein Minus?
Protein Blast. It's a Protein Blast bar.
Sure,
Yeah.
Protein Blast Bar. Oh, that sounds.
That sounds even worse.
Yeah, it sounds way worse.
That has a
blast of
sexual
protein.
connotation.
I
Get
was
a
more
blast of
thinking
protein
like,
right in your face.
ah,
Protein
yeah,
blast.
Okay, protein blast. I like it. All right.
Anyway,
gives a snack to Phoenix, who's
Yes.
probably in need of some calories, and like drapes a blanket or something over her, like a shock blanket. And it's like,
As you're doing this and taking care of Phoenix, Vampirus is just enters kind of mysteriously, and the camera pants her standing behind you like this. Not like she does.
oh yeah, with the friggin' wings.
Yeah, the freaking wings that she always holds up. I don't know why, with her stilettos. I see you haven't changed much, Death Blossom, no matter what you say. You still have a soft heart inside. Thorns.
She whips around, like, even like what little skin is exposed through the mask, like flushes, just like super blushed, and whips around and says,
Yeah,
"What are
right
you?
here.
What are you doing?" It's the locker room. You can come in here. That's stupid.
we're all allowed. We're all allowed.
I knew you hadn't changed as much as you like to believe you have.
And you? Did you change too?
Well,
Or
it is
no?
a changing room, so
I never said I did I? And she just goes like this again.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
like, yeah.
She'll just like pat you on the head as she walks by, Phoenix. And she like leaves like this. We cut to the cook in at your makeshift kitchen in the wherever you have it. Wherever do you have your makeshift kitchen right now? Because you're gonna do an ad for your
training room. It's now in the training room.
You're doing your ad for the Cook's Own Spice Rub. Let me get the music we need for this.
Oh, please. The very good music.
I don't know. I'm just picking this one. Yep, that works today.
So the camera leans in. It's the cook's back to the camera, and you can see him working on the little kitchen stove set.
Can you get a little
And-
closer to your mic?
Oh, sorry.
You're a little
So he's-
quiet.
Oh, so he's working on. You see the back of the cook. The camera's coming in closer. He's working on the stovetop, and eventually it kind of cuts into facing the cook, and he has his apron with his championship belt on, and he says, and he looks up at the camera. I don't like bland meat. I also don't like bland meat. And he pulls out the bottle of. Get yourself some PWN presents spices.
Cook's Own Spice Rub.
Yep.
It's just got you at the front of it in your apron with your belt already.
Yep.
Cook's Own
And he's
Spice Rub. Rub your meat.
Yeah, and he actually
Jesus
shows a picture of
Christ.
him.
We can't have rub your meat and protein blast in the same freaking promotion.
We just did!
There's
I
the
regret
Control Z button in this.
And you just see him take a piece of chicken, and he's just like, and he takes a rolling pin. He's like, "Don't forget to beat your chicken."
And then it just ends with the overlay's like Cook's Own Spice Rub by PWN presents.
Can it zoom out?
Sure. Oh yeah,
yeah.
sure.
Zoom out of the commercial next
Yeah,
to
oh
Ron,
totally.
Ron standing next to the TV, and he's gonna look at the camera. He goes, "It's all about marketing." And then he's gonna turn and walk away.
I love it. That's so good. That's so good. That's good. All right. Oh my gosh. Ron, Alistair has called you to his office.
Okay. Ron goes in.
He's sitting behind his desk like always, kind of leaned back a little bit with that yellow light playing over his face, the dark room. So you're unhappy, Ron.
That's a good guess.
I saw what you did last show. Trying to help your little friend win. You can't blame me for your loss.
She's due.
Huh. Only if she can prove it.
She's been proving it for over a decade.
She's boring, Ron.
Sometimes boring's good.
He leans back. He's like, doesn't bring in the money, kid.
She's one of the best wrestlers here.
So should I give her a shot at the championship instead of you?
I'd enjoy taking the belt off of her much more than I would the cook.
Huh.
I'm not a...
Sorry. I don't know what to say to that when you say it like that.
Why don't you have a seat?
Just because I'm full of myself doesn't mean that I'm a bad friend. She's earned it as much as I have.
Well, you could have proven that last show with the tag team match that I booked you in. You were gonna win, weren't you? But no, you had to make it about Ron. You had to make it about the championship. You had to make it about what you wanted. That's not really a good friend, Ron.
Tried to help her win.
Vulcan. And he does that like really, this is a really bad one.
You're the one that told me to drop that gimmick.
Because it's stupid.
The kids liked it.
You want to win, Ron? Be the best. Beat the cook. Then I'll see about your friend.
All right. I'll see what I can do. But just know, I won't be here forever. And then Ron's phone rings. And he answers it. Oh, hey, Vince, as he stands up and leaves.
And you could just see Alistair sitting in the back going,
Steaming. Meal.
steaming.
So mad.
so mad.
Man.
Rawr.
So mad.
It's like lights up a cigar and is like,
Run, stealing.
That was hilarious. Oh, that was so good. I'm sorry. So good. Camera opens on the cook in the middle of the ring.
He has his championship belt on him. Doesn't have the apron on this time. And he's just like, and he kind of looks out to the crowd. Who's hungry?
show us your tits!
He already is.
Show us your
He's
tits.
shirtless. I gotta remember. No, that's true. It shows your tits. Hi.
It's just he's just so enthusiastic about it.
And then you hear the really awkward announcer that sometimes get things right. Welcome to Mealtime with the Cook, featuring the Cook. And you're out there.
All right. So there's this time, so in the ring, in the center of the ring, there's a larger kitchenette set up, rolled up. So it's on the ring and everything. All right, everybody, it's mealtime with the cook. And we like to have everyone have a nice meal and also get to meet more of your fellow wrestlers.
Who are you interviewing?
It's probably gonna be, I think in this instance, we're gonna have I actually want to bring in the surgeon.
Oh, nice.
Because from
Okay.
the last from the food fight match. Today we have the surgeon. We had a nice food fight last time.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna get surgical.
As the completely clad in all silver, tall being walks from behind and comes out, stands in the middle of the ring, goes like this.
That's just a Gold Dust ripoff!
Yes! The one WWE thing in the
What's that guy even doing at this show?
whole- Who knows? Checking out the competition, probably. Oh, competition.
So, surgeon or Dr. Surgeon, what's your favorite thing to eat?
He holds up a banana. Well, they hold up a banana.
Well, I think we can do something very special with the banana today. And you start seeing, and then and then he rolls up a tray, and it's like, today we're going to be making banana pudding.
It's like Nilla wafer banana pudding.
Yes. This is low budget. Come on, we can't afford nice things.
It's not even Nilla wafers. It's knockoff Nilla wafers.
It's knockoff vanilla wafers. It's not Jello brand. It's like the generic brand of Jello pudding.
Oh boy, oh boy.
I love it.
And so the cook's like, so today we're going to be making this. And Dr. Surgeon, why don't you talk about yourself and introduce yourself to your admiring fans?
They stand there and they're like, they're like pulling apart the surgeon's coat. And then Mime's wrestling.
Yes.
And then it's like,
The entire time this is happening, the cook is making the food and he's just nodding away.
yeah. And the surgeon's just miming everything. Like, doesn't speak
Yep.
at all.
It's an interesting choice for Miro, picking a nonverbal guest for your first guest on a talk show.
I like it. I like the announcer.
Yeah, the announcer should be there for that. Afterwards, he finishes the banana pudding and spoons a bowl, a very nicely, very well arranged bowl for the surgeon, and hands it to him.
The surgeon holds it up, takes a giant bite. Pats you on the back and is like, taking the bowl of pudding with them.
Yep.
Never mind, don't show us your tits!
This has been mealtime with the cook. The worst first talk show ever. Is so good. You look like the one character I made non-verbal.
Yep.
God damn it.
All right, and we get a small aside of Phoenix like sitting in front of her locker, trying to like patch up her wounds, as Death Blossom walks by out toward the ring to get ready for her match.
good luck against, who are you booked to fight?
Vampirus.
The weird, yeah, the sexual tension one, yeah. Good luck with that. She seems intense.
And I think Death Blossom like shakes her head and like, oh, you don't know the half of it.
No, I don't. I'm really not familiar with what's going on between the two of you, but it seems like it's a lot. Oh, which actually reminds me, I reached out, like, I found some Polaroids. I think they're yours, because you're in, like, all of them. They're just, like,
So
on the floor over
good.
here.
That's so good.
She like picks them up and like does the flushed thing and like flips through like flip. Where did you find these? Where did
Oh,
they?
they're just, on the bench here. It was weird. I don't know, they're just, like, spread around. I'm like, oh, hey, pictures, that's weird. And I was, like, looking through them and, like, hey, you know, the both of you are in, like, all of them?
And she's like
You guys are, like, friends, huh? That must be really hard for you to
looks
fight.
around. I think like the locker room is like plastered with them. They're just like
Oh, yeah, I
taped
love
up
it.
everywhere, all
Yeah.
over all the lockers.
Yeah, actually, that's what I said. It's like, oh yeah, there were a couple here and there, and also, and I just point, and the camera turns, and we see that. Yeah, so that's kind of weird. But you guys friends?
I guess you could say that. We knew
Okay.
each other.
I did say that, actually, but cool. It's kind of hard beating up your friends, huh? You know, Ron wanted me to do that recently, and it's like, you know, I share like this special connection. It's like, you know, I was here and kind of showed him how to wrestle, and he learned a lot, and now he's doing way better than I am. But it's important to, like, you know, help lift your friends up, and it's like, I don't really want to, like, you know, squish his face and put it through the mat, and push the mat down into the hole that I've made in the mat, and then put a bunch of dirt on top of the hole that I made, and then drive a truck over it and pour cement over the truck. I don't want to do that to him, you know, but like, but I get that it must be very hard. I like put my hand on your shoulder. It must be very hard for you to fight vampires.
It's difficult when yes, when to see people you once were very close with go off and live their lives without you as though nothing has changed, as though everything that you did together never existed, as though it didn't matter.
I don't think it didn't matter. Death Blossom, you're a hard person to forget.
I hope so. But
Well,
you and Ron, well, it's different, isn't it? You work closely together, but
oh, you mean
You
he
never-
and me and Phoenix like keels over laughing, just like, no, me, no, he's, no, not my type.
she looks at the pictures and looks back up. So, yes. Have
Oh,
you?
you mean you two were, you and Vampirus? You two, and then you, does anybody else know?
And she looks around at the locker room and she's like, "Well, now they do."
And Phoenix just starts like taking the pictures down. Good luck on your match.
Vampirus wants to get inside my head. I'm gonna show her I'm the better person.
Yeah, if she tries to get inside your head, you should get inside her head with your fist.
And
Not
she,
teeth in.
Death Blossom, like, puts her hand on Phoenix's shoulder and she's like, "Yeah, I think you understand."
Probably not, but I'm trying. Just continuing to pull down the pictures. I'll make sure these are like safe.
And she, Death Blossom, like walks down towards the ramp, and she calls. She stops. She like slowly runs her hand down the wall, and so she's like silhouetted in light, and in the shadow she turns. We just get like a little glimpse of the side of her mask, and she says, "Hey, Phoenix.
Yeah?
Thanks." And she walks out.
I just like raised the broken arm.
And I think that's where we'll go to break, and we'll come back with the match between Vampirus and Death Blossom. Oh, a huge shout out to Roll20, one of our sponsors. They're awesome. I run all of the music for this game, the sounds this game through Roll20, so that's how you all can hear them, and my team can hear them at the same time. So it's really fun, and they're awesome. I love them. And then a shout out to our, was it $10 plus Patreon sponsors? Capjack, I think Nerdy Teddy,
I believe so.
and I can never say his name right. Jago.
Just like the Killer Instinct character.
Okay, good. I just always get it wrong in my brain for some
that's
reason.
how I remember
don't know
it.
why.
I think of Ki and the guy going Jago, and it's like, yeah, how do you pronounce that?
So we're gonna go grab food, go to the bathroom, and we will be back right after these brief messages.
Stay tuned.
See you in a few minutes.
Us today. If you get a second during break, you should check out one of our amazing sponsors. We're now proudly sponsored by Roll20, the best virtual tabletop for all your role-playing needs. Over 4 million people use Roll20's virtual tabletop to power their favorite games. And with more modules than you can shake a stick at on their new revamped storefront, you'll definitely find something for your group to enjoy. Sign up today by clicking the link below or heading to roll20.net/start/WTTP. Tabletop Loot is an amazing place to get your dice bags, dice boxes, and more. And now you can get 15% off your purchase at tabletoploot.com by using the code WTTPDICE at checkout. Tabletop Loot. Your party starts here. While you're at it, check out our so awesome merch store, So Nerdware. So Nerdware is the place to find all your Welcome to the Party merch and other amazing stuff too. Head on over to sonerdware.com and use the code WELCOME at checkout to get 10% off your next purchase. So Nerdware. It's what the nerds wear. Devin Rue, the amazing mistress of maps, has kindly supported the channel since the beginning and provides graphics for many of our streams. Head on over to rueinc.com to check out some of the best fantasy cartography on the web. Our Patreon supports the creators and producers of the channel by providing Roll20 subscriptions, cost coverage for video hosting, and more. If you want to support the channel while getting podcasts a week early, gaming articles that are published on Patreon first, a shout out during our break, and more, head on over to patreon.com/welcomepartyrpg and throw us a $1 or $5. And last, but certainly not least, help out the party. Subs and bits not only support the stream, but also every 500 bits or a tier 1 sub gives a player or DM of your choice a reroll or system equivalent, and every 1000 bits or tier 2 sub gives a player or DM of your choice a crit or system equivalent. Thanks again for hanging out with us today. The game will be back in just a few minutes.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
welcome back. We're back. We have obtained sustenance and are ready for this next part of PWN presents Slaughter. All right, we are just opening up on the ring. The crowd, bigger than it's been before, is very excited to get going. As we move to, who is it? Kimberly and Rory at the announcer's table.
Well, Kimbo, this should be a great match here tonight. I'm really excited. Death Blossom versus Vampirus. Things could get hot.
Kimberly is decked out head to toe in green and white, and has the God, what was literally any of the football team that we floated earlier.
I like the Ottawa. What was it? The Ottawa
Oligarchs.
The Ottawa Oligarchs and the New Mexico Nightmare.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where we're going. Yeah.
So she's got like an Ottawa Oligarchs jersey on, and like face paint and everything, and it's just like, yeah, I'm really excited for tonight's game, aren't you?
Yes, I sure am. The Ottawa Oligarchs are facing the New Mexico Nightmare. Being from New Mexico, I'm all about the Nightmare tonight.
And she's just like, her face just like, you're a nightmare. Anyway, let's get this wrestling match over so I can get home and catch the game. Come on, whoever's coming out, please. Come on.
And the music starts for Vampirus. Again, it's that darkness and the fog with the lit, and she's just standing there like this.
And here comes a spooky lesbian. Let's go. Come on, come on. I don't want to miss kickoff.
Here comes Vampirus, former lover of Death Blossom. She thinks she's a bat person, I think. I'm not entirely sure. But she's creepy. And she's been playing mind games with Death Blossom for weeks now.
And I would just like to give a big shout out to Sleepiest. Thanks for the raid.
Oh
'Cause
my
holy
gosh,
cow.
thank you so much.
Wow.
Welcome. We are playing the Worldwide Wrestling RPG. We are just about to watch the fight between former lovers, frenemies, who knows what they are.
Hot
Death
messes.
Vampirus. She moves to the center of the ring and just stands in the middle, like she does, with her arms out. And then the music starts for...
All right, so Death Blossom, since we have some new viewers as the promotion has grown, let's talk about that. Death Blossom is a luchador. She has like black and pink mask with a floral motif, floral and skulls. So she comes out in her heeled boots from her edge of the ring, which has these cheap dollar store gravestones arranged around it. I think this time there's like a bunch of vines that have been draped over her entrance that she like slowly pushes aside, snaps off one of the plastic flowers, and like sniffs it, and then throws it into the audience as she strides the ring, and then like hops up, grabs the rope and slides under the ropes to get into the ring. And she just stands there staring down Vampirus.
Death Blossom's music can be heard on PWN CD Volume 1 in stores now.
Kimberly is just fighting with the referee, just trying to get him to strike the damn bell already. Just completely away from her microphone, just like miming a just hit it motion.
This match is scheduled for one fall. The winner will be determined by pinfall or submission between Death Blossom and Vampirus. And the bell rings.
Ah, finally.
And we're underway here. Can the former lovers squash their beef?
But no, it's not about squashing beef. They have to pin each other. You know, I did a bunch of reading because we were off last week. I don't know if you knew that we were off last week. I found out when I came here and nobody told me. Or maybe they did. I don't remember who I've given my number to, honestly, at this point. Anyway, the point is that this match needs to hurry up so that I can go home and watch the oligarchs absolutely bury the nightmare. Woo! Go Crowns! Woo!
Death Blossom, you have control of the match.
Cool. Oh, bless.
The cook did a Rubik's Cube during mine. All I'm gonna say.
No, it was so good.
It was great.
This is all good.
Yeah, so I think Death Blossom is like, there's no mind games here. She's here to wrestle. She's here to do some wrestling.
The wrestle.
Yeah. So she, I think she and Vampirus have this moment where they like circle each other very slowly, like staring each other down. And, like Death Blossom like bares her teeth, and Vampirus pulls back, and then Vampirus like pulls her arms up with the bat wings, and Death Blossom recoils, and they're sort of like jockeying for position, and then they like swing for each other, but they each go in opposite directions. So it's like this perfectly mirrored like foom, foom, the other direction. Go for a grab, but they both predict the opposite angle, so they're reflecting, and they stare at each other like, okay, all right. And then I think Death Blossom tries something new, where like she knows, okay, Vampirus, she's wrestled Vampirus before. Vampirus will do like, she'll go for maybe the Batwing grab, like swoop around. So she ducks and does like a leg swoop.
Ooh, nice.
And then flips on top and pulls her up in a Boston Crab to try and like get her to submit right off the bat.
Okay, roll some work.
Yeah, let's do some work.
Look at their chemistry in the ring, Kimberly. Fascinating to watch. You can definitely feel the tension and feel the heat of this match.
Yeah, no, it's an incredible body slam. If we could just keep this moving. One, two, three. Come on, where's the ref?
Kimberly, this show's going to be over in more than enough time for you to get home. We're not going to run long. We can't.
I know. It's impossible.
So I got a 12.
Fine.
Oh, nice. Okay, you get 2 momentum.
I hit it great, retain control,
and
I'm going to take the 2 momentum.
Okay.
Because I already have 4 heat
Yeah.
with Vampirus. I don't need that, but I'm going to keep the momentum.
This actually means you gain an audience for this match.
Oh, yeah.
If she wins.
No, like if you have 4 heat with someone and you have a match with them, you gain an audience.
Oh, cool. All
Yeah,
right,
just
sweet.
at the end, yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
I
will learn
okay,
these
so she's
things,
got
all of them.
that. I think Vampirus like flips her off, just like shoves her off. So she goes like whoa, over. She's still in control. And while Vampirus is like recovering, Death Blossom runs back to the rope and then climbs up and goes for a elbow drop while she's getting up. To like, no, you're gonna sit back down.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
Do some high flying wrestling.
I like it.
And there she goes, back up onto the ropes again, climbing around like a creepy spider lady to do another amazing body slam. Rory, how long is this gonna take?
That's actually an elbow drop there, Kimbo.
Yeah, she dropped an elbow body slam. Just right into her. That's so brutal and terrifying in the ring.
So it's a 14 with
Holy-
my work. I'm gonna take 2 more momentum.
Good God.
She's just like a highlight reel right now.
This is so good.
So she does the elbow drop. Vampirus goes down, and Vampirus is like on her back, so Death Blossom puts her boot on her chest and is just pressing her down like, you think you can come into my locker room and reveal my history to everyone and think that that's gonna break me? You say that I haven't changed at all. Vampirus, I've read you like a book. And let me tell you, I know how it ends. You in the dirt, left behind the way you tried to leave me before.
Are you doing something with it specific?
I feel like maybe are we breaking kayfabe about the relationship?
Maybe.
Or
It's kind of
maybe
weird.
I'm just I'm working the audience.
Okay, sure.
I'm just like, I'm savoring that moment of like, yeah, like, you're not going anywhere. I have you where I want you. I can pin you. Like, I'll do this all day long, basically. Yeah. So I've got to roll with my audience, which is only +1 right now.
No, that's so hard for you.
So it's a 9. I'm going to spend my 1 momentum to bring it up to a 10.
Yeah, why not? Because you have so much freaking momentum right now.
I got to do something with it,
yeah,
right?
Jeez.
Okay, so...
Gain more momentum.
Gain 2 momentum, right. So I get a net gain of +1 momentum.
Nice.
So she's just really like, yeah, like eating it up. Eating up that...
The audience goes
response.
wild. They are all about Death Blossom.
Show us your tits!
She like whips around like, I'm watching you.
And he kind of like cowers because he's like, oh, right, shit.
I'll call that cheap heat for another momentum.
I like it. Why not? just build up the momentum. The fuck, why not?
Right. I'm gonna spend some of that. I feel like. I'm already booked to win though, so it's not like it's a huge concern. Yeah, geez. I think.
Death Blossom just really eating up all the attention in the... Oh, wait, Kimberly doesn't know. Kill Blossom's just eating up all the attention in the middle of the ring as she flaunts her flagrant sexuality over all of these good people.
And she says...
And none of this is football.
We'll get there, Kimberly. Just give it time. This is a crazy match. Is that Ron's music?
That's Ron's music! I hear Ron's music! Ron's coming in! Ron! Hi, Ron!
Ron was invited to the match tonight by Death Blossom to sit ringside. We'll see what he's got going on.
Nobody cares, Rory. Ron's here.
And Ron will come out and he'll walk over to the announcer table. He and Rory will have a few words, and then Rory will get up and leave, and Ron will sit down.
I love it.
Ooh, love that.
Ooh.
So good. So good. All right.
Kimberly is instantly on Ron's arm.
Good to see you, Kimberly.
Hi, Ron. Wow. I don't know why he gets to leave, but I'm so glad he did. That guy sucks, but you're great. Hi, Ron.
Thanks, Kimberly. We should really focus on the match, though.
Whatever.
And Death Blossom has her boot on Vampirus. She steps off for a hot second, and she looks over at Ron. She says, "You finally made it. This will make you pay attention." And she climbs up on the rope again, and goes for a frog splash. Just like, oof.
Nice.
Dives, and I think we see like Vampirus going like, whoa, big eyes.
Yeah.
Like down, and then we'll see what happens, and then we'll narrate what happens from there. So that's work. 7. I'll spend 3 momentum to bring it up.
Because why not?
10.
You have like 85 momentum. So
I have 9.
9?
I'm gonna use it. All right, so I'll go down to
All of it?
6. Yep.
I love it. Why not?
And that's.
Are you
it's
gonna
still
gain 2
wrestling.
momentum? Oh, you can't gain heat, so you're still getting 2 momentum.
Gaining
so
2 momentum, so I go back up to 8. This is delicious.
This is so good.
Such a ridiculous loop.
I'm just double checking the rulebook, but no, as far as I can tell, there's no upper limit on momentum.
Nope.
Nope, there's not.
Yeah, I think she's just like, she picks Vampirus up at this point, and just slowly walks her towards the ropes, and like sets her up while she's like still stunned, and like casually takes a step or two back, and yells out like, "You think this is a game? You think you can come into my house, try and burn down my reputation, and take over my position as the rightful owner of the title belt? No, Vampirus. You're just as foolish as ever. I can't believe I ever thought you were worthy of having my heart."
You see, Kimberly, this is why I don't really enjoy Death Blossom. She talks an awful lot in the ring. Really just needs to focus and get down to business here.
And as you're saying, like, oh, she just talks, like, Death Blossom spins around and like charges against the ropes, and then goes for like a charging, just boosh, knocks Vampirus down, and flips her over and tries to pull the mask off.
Oh shit.
Oh, are you doing your Rudo move?
Yeah.
Oh man, you're so mean. You've already done this to her before.
She's so mean. She's so bad.
Yeah, they sure do talk a lot. I'm not really paying attention. Hey, you want to go out sometime? Cause I know this place, this amazing hibachi place. Like, oh my god, you won't even believe what they do there with a grill.
I do like hibachi, Kimberly.
God, Kimberly sucks so much. I hate her. I hate her so much. Oh god.
Oh gee. Sorry.
Well, here's the thing. I don't need heat. I don't need heat with her.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm already booked to win the match.
Yeah, so do you want to win by pulling off her?
I could do this as a finishing move.
Yeah, go for it. That's what I was gonna ask, if that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, unmasking her is pretty friggin' disrespectful.
Yeah, super disrespectful, and then if you finish her while unmasked, ooh.
Right, that's the insult to injury.
Yeah.
So that's just a flat 2d6. Which I can spend momentum on.
Yeah.
And I'll spend 2 of my momentum on bringing it up to a 10, just to
Why not?
Put the nail in the coffin to keep it going. So I hit my finisher clean and gain +1 audience. So here's how this is gonna go down. As creative, do you think it's more interesting that we don't see her unmasked? Or
I think it's more interesting that you see her unmasked.
Okay.
I have reasons.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's got Death Blossom's just been wailing on Vampirus this whole match. Vampirus has had no breathing room whatsoever. Nothing. And like Death Blossom has like turned on her kill mode. So she flips over, she has Vampirus like in this hold like this on the ground. Bam, smashes her into the mat, and then pulls her back up by her hair and says, "So you think you can expose my secrets? You think that you can hurt me by showing these people things I don't want them to see? That's how you want to play it, Vampirus. Why don't we see what secrets you're hiding? Why don't we show everybody who you really are?" And she casually rips the mask off. While holding it, she doesn't even look back. She just like drops her, climbs up onto the top of the ring, onto the top of the ropes, stands there holding the mask and looks at everyone, like slowly dragging her finger across the audience, and she says, "You see? Do you see what happens when you try and step to the queen of the ring?"
Ooh.
and she holds the mask in her teeth
God.
and goes for just like this wild, like spiraling
Oh, it's so good.
submit, like pound into submission hold. Like let's call it an armbar. Go for an armbar.
Ron like stands up as this is happening, exclaims, "Oh, that's messed up," and heads towards the ring.
What? Hey, what happened? What happened? What's going on? Ron, no. Ron Steeling's going into the ring now.
So as you're walking, she does
Kill
tap
Blossom's
out
doing some
as
stuff.
you are walking toward the ring. Just so
Yeah.
you're on.
Yeah. I'm going in the ring, like going to cover her face.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no,
Like-
Ron, come back. Cover my face.
Choke me,
taps
Ron!
out.
Choke me!
There's the bell. I don't really understand. I think Ron just won. He just went to the ring. Yay!
Someone throws a protein blast bar in front of Kimberly's face.
Ow!
Death Blossom gets up and she takes the mask and just throws it casually at Vampirus's feet. And she says, should have left you long before you left me. But I think we all know who really won here.
And then she leaves. Oh, good.
Just leaves. Yeah.
And you just, as Death Blossom leaves, you see. Oh, hello. I do not even know how to say that. Thank you so much for the raid.
Sayora?
Sayora.
maybe?
We're
Oh,
hoping
Sayora,
that's
yeah.
it. We're not sure. But thank you for joining us. We're playing the World Wide Wrestling RPG. Death Blossom has just beat her former lover, Vampirus, to the ground and unmasked her in true Rudo Luchador fashion, and is leaving the ring. And as Death Blossom leaves the ring, you have Vampirus kind of hoist herself up a little bit using Ron's arm as she holds the mask in front of her face and kind of reaches out, and you can just hear, like the crowd can just hear, "I just wanted her back."
And Ron will just help her out of the ring and to the back.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Ron's leaving the ring now, so I guess that's the important part. Kill Blossom wins. Congratulations to, So has anybody caught kickoff yet? I don't know where we're at. I really.
Show your tits!
Hi, Phil.
Of course she knows show your tits, guy. Oh my god.
God.
And we go back to the locker room as Ron helps helps Vampirus back into the locker room.
I'll help her in, and then I'll make sure that she's comfortable, like in the trainer's room or whatever.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna go find Death Blossom.
Where is Death Blossom right now?
I think she's cooling off. Like she's heated after all that. She's like, yeah, I'm the best. But she still like clearly has a lot of energy to burn off. I think she's just like wailing on the punching bag in the training room.
Okay, so you come into the training room, get Vampire settled, and Death Blossom is there.
So I'll make her comfortable, and then I'm gonna walk over, like heated, towards Death Blossom at the punching bag, and I'm just gonna push her off the bag and like into a wall or lockers or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. Yes.
What the hell's wrong with you?
The hell's wrong with you? Get your hands off me.
I may not be a luchador, but I understand the culture behind it. She fucking loves you, idiot. And you just did the most disrespectful thing possible in lucha. You're a disgrace.
Oh.
You don't deserve to wear that mask. You don't deserve to be in the ring with me. You don't deserve to be in the ring with Vampirus. You don't even deserve to be in the ring with Phoenix.
Oh!
Phoenix walks in.
Damn. I think as that's happening,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And shoves Ron, like, hey, Ron, back off, all right? She's been through a lot today.
She broke the code.
Well, but you saw what she was pushed to out there, like.
And Death Blossom says, "Oh, like you would know anything about sticking to codes, Ron. Vulcan, turning on your former tag team partner in a match that you set up, just so you can get a promotion. We all know you can take your talents elsewhere. Maybe you should try giving a call to some of those big name friends of yours."
Betrayal hurts, Ron.
I don't know what planet any of you are living on. We're giving Phoenix a title opportunity counts as betrayal. I helped her. I've helped
get my
her.
ass kicked. What are you talking about?
You had the pinfall, and you messed it up.
I just throw my hands up, and I'm just like looking at Death Blossoms.
So it's down to that, right? Gee, Ron, it's a good thing I'm not your friend, because I've seen how you treat them.
I try and help them win. I try and get them in opportunities they would otherwise not even come close to. I try and elevate people.
Well, I don't need your help, Ron. Do this on my own terms. And Phoenix storms out.
You proud of yourself?
Death Blossom looks at the ground. She looks up. She looks over at Vampirus, like huddled under the towel or whatever she's using to cover her face. And I think we get two shots where like one is her, she says like, yeah I am. And then we cut closer and there's a
single tear
coming down underneath her mask and her lip is quivering. I came in here to prove myself. Nobody believes me that I can do anything. If you're all going to joke about the art, my mask, the things that we do, maybe I needed to do anything necessary to earn my place. I didn't get to where I am by having friends with money and good looks. I got to where I am because I'm the best damn wrestler in this ring.
Except you're not, Death Blossom. Never have been. Diesel's better than you. The Cook's better than you. Behind that mask, you're nothing. There was one person that cared about who you were. And you just embarrassed her. In front of everyone. For what? For nothing.
Death Blossom, like the other eye has now started a single tear. And with her lip quivering, she looks, she like gets real right up in Ron's face and she says, "All right, Prince of Fab, you don't think I deserve my mask? Why don't you try and take it from me? I wager my mask in a one-on-one against you. And if you think I don't deserve it, then I walk out of the ring as shameful as she is."
I don't want your mask, but I'll accept your match. Loser leaves the company next week.
Oh. Okay, so someone has to do a promo to make Creative do that. I don't know who's doing it. Fuck.
Someone's gotta.
But someone's gotta do it.
Yeah. I mean, arguably.
I think I
earlier-
started it. Right?
Yeah, like that's the thing. It's
We'll
like
do a chain of
I know
them, maybe.
Ron like broke kayfabe, I think.
yeah, because at one point, like Ron was talking about, like when he was going, like, what planet are you people on? I did a whole bunch of work to make something else happen in the company for Phoenix. Like that
Yeah.
to me feels like great kayfabe. Everything Death Blossom's been doing feels like cutting a promo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
kind of what
yeah.
I was thinking.
So
I think you're right.
I think those are the two moves that popped off there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna spend 3 of my momentum to cut this promo to make it a 10.
Of course you
To
are.
get
What you want.
1 momentum back, so I'm only spending 2. And make creative book you in a match.
Right.
On my
Actually,
my,
no. Add a stipulation to a relevant match because it's a mask match.
I got a 8 on mine for my real roll.
You're gonna gain 2 momentum.
Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna book you in that match. I'm gonna book you in a punitive match with Death Blossom for her mask.
I think as this like tension like boils over, a Death Blossom like goes back to the bag, and this is I have the momentum to make this work. I think she's gonna just spin kick and try and spin kick the punching bag off of the chain.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay. So feat of strength.
That's a feat of strength.
Yeah, I love it.
So my power is crap,
That's
but
but
the dice are with me. It's a 5. I'm gonna spend 4 would do nothing. I'm just gonna spend the 2 to bring it up to a 7 and 9.
okay. You kind of overextend a little bit as you do it.
Yeah.
It manages to kick off, but the audience, like, you can just see Ron looking at you like,
What are you doing? Who are you?
"Who are you?" And Vampirus just huffs in the corner. And we're gonna, I think we'll break it there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're going to go to Kimberly in the bathroom, holding a protein blast bar.
Kimberly, not Phoenix.
Oh, but yes, Kimberly, not Phoenix.
Okay. Oh wait.
No, wait, I meant Phoenix and I said Kimberly because I'm dumb. Don't mind me. Love you, Dave.
I
Am
mean,
am I-
Kimberly's taken a protein blast to the face before in the bathroom.
Okay, Kimberly,
So,
ringside then.
I'll make this very
This
simple.
is what we're gonna do.
Wrestler
Kimberly,
or
ringside.
announcer?
Announcer.
You
at
want my
ringside.
announcer? Okay.
Yes. At ringside,
At
holding
ringside.
a protein blast bar.
Oh God. Okay. What did we put on protein blast? Oh, am I on? Okay. Protein blast. When you need a big blast of protein directly into your mouth, get a protein blast bar. I love them. Protein blast. It's a blast from your past. It makes hunger a blast from the past. That doesn't make sense. Oh, we're so.
Sorry, I was running 3 different things at that moment. 'cause
I don't know.
Clicked on roll 20 for some reason. Don't mind me. It's just me. And then we're literally just gonna cut to Alistair sitting in his office.
In fact, it cuts on her just being like, "Go oligarch." Cut.
Yeah. And we cut to Alistair sitting in his office like this, looking at the screen that you see on the wall in front of him. It's the first time you've seen a screen. It's new. He just got it.
Ooh. We call it the microtron.
Death Blossom and Ron's interaction. Back in his chair, lights a cigar. And that's it. That's all you get.
Love it. Love it.
God damn it.
That mysterious bastard.
Asshole.
Mysterious or just confusing?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And we're back at ringside with Kimberly still stuck out there announcing,
Great.
and Ramiro. as you prepare for the Cook versus Ron for the championship.
Oh god, these things taste like cardboard and butt. Ugh. Are these mics live?
Well, it's another beautiful day here in sunny Vancouver, but
It's definitely raining.
it's like downpouring.
It's raining.
Oh, actually, it's rain and sun right now outside.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
You both.
Welcome to the
Sun
PWN.
It's a perfect day for sport, and what could be better than sitting
Football,
here?
right? Come on. Like, oh, I just can't wait to see those miserable New Mexico Nightmares get ground into absolute paste on the 10-yard line. It's gonna be amazing.
Oh, by God, Kimberly, I can't wait for that as well. I've got everything set up back at the place. I've got the wings, I've got the chips, and I'm ready to watch some real American hot-blooded men just pounding into each other all night long. But before we do that, we've got some other meat to see seared and tenderized here in the ring. The Cook against Ron Steerling.
Ron Steerling! Yeah, he's gonna be back out in the ring again.
As Ramiro holds up a Jamison's meat stick.
Snaps into it,
Yeah, I love it.
starts gnawing on it.
I love how the sponsor of PWN is now Jamison's meat sticks. Thanks for that. Thanks for that, Smurf. That's
What
good.
Ron eats.
And here comes the Cook now. Introducing the AAA Mega Champion, the Cook. The crowd goes absolutely butt wild.
So the Cook comes coming down the ramp, and he has his chef's jacket on, but this time it's actually fancier. It has a nice embroidery on it, and it says "Champ" on the back.
Nice.
And he still has his black shorts with the crisscross of frying pans as the image, and he has his black boots, which also have the image of a fork and a spoon. And he comes into the ring, slides underneath the rope, and he has the belt around his waist, and he's just immersing himself into the audience.
And go ahead.
No.
And the champion, Ron Steerling, the Prince of Fab.
Hi, Ron!
So Ron's music starts playing, and then there's a brief little light show that takes place. And normally he's walked out by now, but the music keeps playing for a couple more seconds, and there's no sight of Ron. And then the lights go out, and the music stops.
Shit. Lights go out.
About 5 seconds go by, and the lights come back on, and Ron is in the ring, standing behind the Cook, and just starts wailing on him.
Oh, good shit. And the bell rings.
Well, it seems as though 2 weeks of prep time has given the Cook time to sharpen his knife skills and practice his mise en place. But where's Ron? Kimberly, I think the power's gone out. My God! Somebody called the attack. No, in fact, it's a surprise attack by Ron Steerling appearing out of nowhere from the shadows, clearly taking lessons from the surgeon, learning that ghostly power. And here he is, ready to just wail on the Cook until he calls Uncle.
Oh, I've dreamed of this day. You know that every time I turn out the lights, I always wish when I turn it back on that Ron will be there. And every time it never happens. But now, finally, it's like a dream come true. Rudy?
So because you did a surprise attack, I'm gonna put Ron in charge of give Ron control to begin with. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just gonna keep hammering on him, taking him to the mat.
Oof.
Roll. I'm assuming plus work, or are you rolling plus power for this?
Plus work.
Okay.
I'm going to use a momentum to make that a 7. Where? Go.
Just an incredible series of blows as he pounds the cook again and again in the ring.
Yeah, I tell you, Kimberly, there's clearly evidence that all those arm curls have been paying off.
I'm going to give the cook control and gain a momentum.
All right, cool.
Okay. So what I'm thinking is you're wailing on him. Are you like on top of him, or are you just like
I'm on top of him. Just
okay. All right. So eventually, he's gonna cover himself defensively, and what he's gonna do is he's gonna try to use a feat of strength to basically like upheave Ron so that he can then start getting back up on his feet.
I like it.
So it's gonna be feat of strength here because I have a -1 to power. Great. Okay, that was a 7. So I get +1 momentum. And
I'll put you over on that. Take a 10 on that.
All right. So I get +2 momentum, and I impress your opponent and gain +1 heat. Well, I already have 4 heat with Ron, so I can't get more.
How do you put
Ron just pounding the cook into the dirt like a sledgehammer into a nail. There it goes, and down to the mat. But by God, here comes the cook with an incredible amount of power surging through those veins, and it's the over easy, the spatula turn. He's got Ron off of him, and now he's back on his feet. Just an incredible show of power that the cook is here to keep the belt.
I don't know if that's about power, if that's about some kind of cheating. I bet he uses one of those enhancement drugs like PCP. Get him, Ron!
what does the cook do? What are you doing now? How's this going now?
Okay, so the cook gets up off his feet. He looks over at Ron, giving him a little moment to get back up. I see you wanted to get early with the tenderizing. Well, I just want you to know this is my kitchen. And he's gonna go running in as soon as Ron gets on his feet, runs in and tries to grab him by the body and actually tries to flip him over, and it's gonna be a backflip flip over. So we're gonna do work for this. And
yeah.
We're gonna see what happens here.
Is this an over medium?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, I am definitely spending some momentum there. I am spending 2 of my momentum to make it to a 7. So, and then I'll give control back to Ron.
Okay.
And gain 1 more momentum.
So Ron is flipped over on the mat, picks himself up, goes chest to chest with the cook. For a second, they like headbutt each other, hold their foreheads against, and Ron pushes the cook back and goes, "Shut the hell up!" And there's flat palm slaps him across the face.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is good stuff.
Look at these 2 slabs of beef glistening here in the ring, smashed against each
I'm
other.
looking, Rudy. I'm looking.
Oh, and the disrespect, the slap. There it is.
Yeah, slap him, Ron.
So that's 9.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah.
His open hand is a thing to be feared, Remy Rudy. What the hell is your name? I'm sorry. You suck so much.
She is literally the worst.
She's the worst
It's a mess.
human.
I
I may
love
need a new announcer because I feel like I
love
need
her.
a shower.
No, she's so good though, but she's terrible. But it's so good. Okay.
So I'm going to retain control and transition to the next sequence. So after he slaps him, I'm going to grab the cook's arm and Irish whip him so that he's running towards the ropes. When he rebounds, I'm going to drop kick him. So 7. I'm going to use 3 momentum. I'm going to make this a 10.
Oh, and that's that. I'll just put you over.
Oh, word.
Like, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, look,
so
you go ahead.
go for it.
All right.
So he jumps and he drop kicks him, hitting the cook like perfectly in the chest. The cook sells it really well and does like a full flip before hitting the mat again.
Nice.
And there he goes, getting like thrown out of the ring, and he's running. Oh, he's coming back. Run flying through the air like the majestic angel that he is. And the cook is just down. Look, look at how dead he is. He's dead. He just killed him.
Yurmir's like thrown it, like put his hands on the desk and is standing straight up, like, there it is.
I'm going. So I gain 2 momentum from doing that and retain. So I'm gonna pick the cook up from the mat, and I'm gonna put him like in a reverse neck hold, so like he's like arching his back all the way, and then I'll do a reverse DDT into the ground.
Nice.
And I'll use 2 momentum to make that an 8. So I'll gain.
Well, you can just want to make it a 7. It's going to get you the same result.
Oh, word. Yes, I'll use 1 and make it a 7. And I will give the cook control and regain 1 of them.
Okay.
So
Arching the cook's back like it's a good Saturday night.
God damn it.
So as the cook's back is bending a little bit, the cook hears like a subtle crack. Is like, "Ooh, I needed that. Thanks." and he actually just grabs Ron's head and flips him over back onto the mat. And we're gonna try that as work, I think. Oh, that was a 10. Okay, so that was actually a 12. My mistake. I forgot the +2. So I gain 2 momentum, and I retain control. And as soon as the cook flips Ron over, he's gonna grab one of the grab one of the arms, and he's actually gonna drag Ron through the mat and actually have him kind of hit the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to stun him a little bit. So I think that feels more like, I'm trying to think. We're trying to make this look like this is quite the grudge match here. So I think let's roll with heat. I want to make this look like we're both getting gritty and dirty about it.
Okay.
I like that.
I like that too.
Okay, that was a 12.
Because you have 4 heat.
Yeah, because I have 4 heat. I rolled an 8.
Well, the cook is really showing Ron that if you can't take the heat, you better get out of the kitchen.
Why? I don't get it. What do you mean?
Because if it's really hot, you get uncomfortable and you don't want to.
Yeah, why would it be? But why would it be hot?
Because he's the cook and he's turning up the heat on the stove.
Like an oven. I get it now.
Oh my god. This is a show us your tits guy. That shows your tits and just like, nah.
even Phil, the show your tits guy just goes, no, it's okay.
Not worth it. I'm good.
Hey, ain't worth it. Ain't worth it.
Ain't worth it.
Ain't worth it.
All right. And this is where so as Ron is on the corner, the cook is gonna get over there. And he's gonna start just trying to stomp his foot onto Ron's chest and make this into a true tenderizing moment.
I love it.
And I think this is work. So we're gonna go with that. I rolled an 11 anyways.
Oh!
Gravy.
You are rolling so freaking good today.
I know. I gained more momentum. I don't know why I have so much momentum now.
It's a good day for most of us.
For most of us. All right, at that point, and so after a couple kicks, and he's just like, "You like that? You like that? You like being tenderized? All right, time to get some real tenderizing." And he's gonna actually try to lift Ron over his head and flip him back into the center of the mat. And I'll say for this one, it's gonna look like the over easy, but it's not quite there yet.
Okay.
But it's definitely gonna look like the over easy. So we're gonna do it for look, which I have 0 for. So let's see what happens. All right, I rolled a 7, so I'll give Ron back control, and I'll gain the 1 momentum because I need more momentum apparently.
Yeah, all of you need
I wouldn't
so
know anything
much
about that
more
either.
momentum.
Got 3. Like, I don't have that much.
I'm
The
at
cook cracking
8.
a few eggs, just pounding away on Ron, and then here it is, the flapjack, and it's open over.
Ron lays on the mat for a second, really selling up the beating that the cook's been giving him.
Come
And
on,
then
Ron. Come on, Ron.
Ron will kip up off of his back onto his feet, and will give the cook a super kick to the face.
Nice.
Oh, baby.
He kicked him. He kicked him.
Maybe.
I'm gonna use 2 momentum to make that a 7.
There.
Yes.
He definitely kicked him. I saw it happen.
You don't hit him in the face. You kind of hit him in the chest.
So I don't hit it cleanly. Damn it.
Yeah.
From there, I will take the momentum and give the cook back control.
Just an
Okay.
incredible drop kick to the chest from Ron.
So the cook's gonna stagger back for a minute, and he's just gonna and then what he's gonna do, he's gonna charge up, and he's gonna try to like elbow check Ron, and we'll see if he either aims for the face or the chest here. And we'll do it for work. So I rolled a 10, and then plus 2 from work is 12.
Delicious.
And this is where the cook just goes, "This is kneading the dough, motherfucker." And he does that, and then he actually will come. And so as he does that, he's going to use, before going all the way over with the elbow, he's going to brace himself, and then push Ron towards the rope and try to get him off balance again. So, feel like we're gonna keep making this memorable and amazing, because
Yeah, this is like a grudge match. I love it.
oh yeah, we're making this into a grudge match. All right, so I rolled a 7 with the +4 heat.
So you rolled a 3, and then you got +4 heat.
I rolled 7, and I got
Okay. I was like, I didn't know.
So 11.
11.
That's
all
an
right.
11. Okay, so for all these high numbers, Ron goes up to the rope, and what's gonna happen is the cook is going to sweep Ron's leg under him, and then as he does that, he's going to try to pin body slam him from the back.
Okay.
So we'll do that as work. Okay. All right. So I rolled an 8, so I will gain more momentum, because apparently that's all I gotta keep doing, and I'll give back control to Ron. We're gonna make this into a gritty match.
So Ron on the mat will kind of like pound at the mat for a brief second and then push himself up. And Ron will fake like he's going to do a clothesline, but will pull out at the last second, jump up on the middle rope, and turn and hit him with a back flying elbow.
Ooh.
I got a 7. With a 7, I will retain and transition to the next sequence. With the cook now on the mat, I'm going to put him into the sharpshooter submission hold.
Nice.
And I'm going to be doing this to really showcase my character as like one of the top wrestlers. So I'm going to roll this with look.
The cook really flailing around on the mat. Ron takes advantage of his momentum and tries to go for the sharpshooter. There it is.
He's shooting him, and I think he's just holding him to the mat. Ron. No, you're not Ron. He's Ron. Hi, Ron.
I got a 10. So I'm going to take the 2 momentum, and I'm going to kind of walk to the center of the ring, and I'm going to play to the crowd with him in the sharpshooter still, and I'm going to be like with one arm, like just
Oh, I love it.
calling for everybody to start cheering for me.
So working the audience.
Yeah, working the audience.
Working the audience.
Which is an 8.
I'll put you over there.
Haven't you already put someone over in this match?
I put the cook over.
Oh, that's right. You can put.
You
Yeah.
can do it once per
Go for it.
wrestler.
Yeah,
Yep.
go for it.
There he is in that hold and knows that Ron barely has to hold on to keep the cook down, and here he is, the Prince of Fab, back again after his stint as Vulcan, just eating up his popularity, knowing that he's got the audience eating out of the palm of his hand. Just look at that, Kimberly.
Who's Vulcan?
Don't worry about it.
So Ron, as he now maintains, is going to arch his back and is going to grab the cook's head and kind of pull on it. So he's now in a sharpshooter doing a full arch, putting a lot of stress on the cook.
Okay.
And I got an 8. So I'll take the momentum and then I'll give control back to the cook.
Okay. So the cook is starting to feel a little bit stretched.
Yeah.
Let me see. So he's gonna flail for a minute, and he's gonna try to figure out some kind of purchase that he can get to kind of turn this around. And he decides to actually try to turn over so that way Ron's on the bottom of the mat again, and so we're gonna try for that. Probably gonna be feat of strength. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Another feat of strength. Yeah.
Well, or yeah. Feet of string, probably.
Okay. So I get a -1. Yay. I have all that momentum though.
You can also just roll plus power during wrestling if it's just like a
Yeah.
wrestling move, but it's like strong wrestling.
Yeah. So I got it. I rolled a 10. I got a -1. I'll use one momentum to get it net a 1 momentum again. Not my fault, Kate.
I know. I didn't. It's fine. I just think it's funny.
And then, so the cook is gonna flip over Ron on the back again, and he's just gonna try to apply the pressure from his back, and then that way he can get off. And he's gonna grab Ron's feet and try to swing him off of the mat.
Oh, like out of the ring.
Out of the ring, yeah.
Nice. Okay.
So we're gonna try for that. All right, let's see. All right, we're gonna try that. I think that is going to be work. So
Yeah.
All right, I rolled an 8. So
At this point, I would like to run in.
As Phoenix.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yes.
Ooh, yes.
Me. Just the middle of
The
my music.
cook's got the flounder
Sorry.
pounder chucking Ron across the mat. But here comes Phoenix out of nowhere. It's Phoenix.
Kimberly's gone, by the way. She's just missing.
Just
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. So
He
like
left for the game.
yeah, she's just gone. As Ron goes flying out of the ring, I want Phoenix to have been like coming up down the ramp and like come to catch him as he falls.
Okay, I want you to roll the run-in move.
Yeah. And I'm going to be rolling in against the cook.
Okay.
So. Ah. Oh, come on. All right, hang on. What's my heat with the cook? It's 3. That puts me to 6.
Yeah, you have. I think you have 3 with me.
I do. All right, so I can spend a momentum to at least make that a 7. There we go. Awesome.
So you gain back 1 momentum, and I get to pick. Yeah.
And then you pick one from the list.
Okay. So I feel like for this, I feel like for this, the Phoenix and the cook have been having this awkward moment of having very disagreements about how wrestling should be done, and so I feel that that the cook we're gonna have a match next time.
Nice.
The cook and Phoenix.
Cook and Phoenix in a match. I will write that down.
So we're gonna go with interference doesn't change the result of the match, but the creative books the 2 in a match for the next later.
It's gonna be the next episode.
Yeah, the next episode, right? All right. So how are you running in?
Yeah. I'm basically like I was coming into the match and then like I saw you like working up to like throw him out of the ring. And so I just like hauled ass down to that side of the ring, and as soon as Ron goes out, it's just like, whoop, he goes down like into Phoenix, and like she takes the brunt of the hit to the floor, and she basically catches Ron as he comes flying out of it.
Okay.
The referee starts counting. 1.
Ron will get up. Do I have control?
Hold on. I rolled what? I rolled work.
You rolled an 8, I believe.
I rolled an 8. Okay, so I still retain. I didn't choose yet.
Yeah, choose what you're
I'm gonna
doing.
retain control. I'm gonna retain control and transition to the next sequence. What's gonna happen is, the cook's gonna get up is gonna literally dive off, and come down for a body slam to seal the deal.
That's good. As Ron staggers up.
Yeah. While Ron is still staggering, trying to get out of whatever that pile was.
You got a match to win, Ron. Get back in there.
Phoenix is here to maybe back up her old tag team partner after some possible bad blood, but it doesn't look like the cook gives a good damn about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll for my finishing move, so that's really what I'm doing here, and I rolled a 10. So my finish is clean, and I gain an audience.
So you're gonna end up with 4 audience at the end of this again. Oh my god.
Huh.
How on earth?
You smell
I would like to use fighting spirit.
Okay, what is it?
When taking the limit, you dig deep and find the passion and fire to press on. Once per match, when the opponent clearly has the upper hand and presses the attack, narrate how you ignore the pain and take control of the match. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see him coming, and I'm going to duck out of his finisher and have Phoenix take the finisher for me. And then I'm going to roll into the ring to break the count out that had the ref was like halfway through, and get back in the ring, and I'm going to give the cook one of those.
Okay.
That's very good. It's very good.
That was really good. All right, so the cook's gonna get back up off of a very demolished Phoenix.
I'm okay. You got this, Ron.
From the top rope, the cook goes to seal the deal on Ron Steerling, but no, my God, it's Phoenix who takes the brunt. She's down again. How many times is Phoenix gonna have to get burnt up before she finally gives up? But no, we know that Phoenix will come back next time is stronger than ever. But meanwhile, the cook's got some unfinished business with Ron Steerling.
Dotted outline where Kimberly's supposed to be.
No, I love it.
Ramiro's shouting into both microphones.
I didn't even bring Larissa in because I was like, fuck it, Simon's got this. I'm good. I don't need to come in.
All right. So with that, the cook comes back into the ring before the count out, and looks back at Ron. You've always been a good one, Ron. This has been a good match. And the cook is going to. He's gonna take off the belt for a minute, and he's actually gonna be like, and he puts it on.
I love how the
rope.
cook
Wrestling
Yeah,
this
he's
whole
been wrestling
time
with the belt
belt
the
on?
entire time. Yeah, he
I
takes
love
the championship belt off finally. He puts it on the rope. Says, "It's gonna be a good. We'll see if you're really worth being a fillet."
being a fillet.
Yeah, prime cut.
It can't all be gold jokes.
No, like the one person in the audience is like, what?
Show us your tits.
Not now, Phil. So what's gonna probably happen is the cook is going to he's going to try to actually he's going to go for like a feint, and he's going to try to like aim for Ron's face, but what's going to end up happening is it's going to be actually he's going to dive down and try to lift Ron from his legs under and over, and try to do another slam down to the mat again.
I like it.
So we'll do this as work.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll spend 1 momentum to make it to a 7, and I'm going to give it back to Ron and gain another momentum.
So Ron is going to like crawl over towards the ropes and use the ropes to pull himself up.
Mm-hmm.
Conveniently, it's right next to the title. And he's gonna like look at the title, and he's gonna look back at the cook. And then I'm going to grab the title, and I'm gonna do the title attack where you run and you just hit him across the face for a disqualification.
I love it.
So I'm gonna hit him and then just start wailing on him.
And
Obviously disqualification.
yeah.
But I got a 7.
Okay. The bell rings for disqualification.
The cook goes in with the double spatula and really just flips Ron all around. But Ron crawls back up to the ropes. Like he's looking at. He's not gonna. He couldn't possibly. The Prince of Fab is above this, but no. He grabs the belt. He comes back around and he shoves the cook's title belt back in his own face. An incredible reversal despite its disqualification.
And winner by disqualification and still champ, the cook. As the referee pulls you off of.
Yeah. I'll be like.
Grabs the title from you.
Actually,
Yeah.
I was just saying, like, I'm looking very incredulous at this, like, what you, and like, I want to be the one that like takes the title belt like back away from Ron, just like, what do you do? What do you know? This is, and like brings it back over to the cook, and just like, when the cook gets back up, it's just like, kind of like thrusts it back into his chest, and kind of holds it there, and it may be that you hold this for now, because my friend over here doesn't understand how to properly respect the station. Then I jab it with a finger, but I'll be coming for that belt. And I'm trying to use the babyface move here, where you stand up for something you believe in, spend 2 momentum, which I have, and pick one of the following. I would like to gain 1 heat with the cook.
Nice. I like it. And the cook's music plays.
Well, there he goes. The cook, still the reigning champion despite Ron Sterling's best efforts, underhanded or not. Gotta tell you, it's a good thing Kimberly's not here to see this, because I think her little heart would shatter at seeing the Prince of Fab defacing his reputation this way.
And as everyone leaves, as the cook leaves the ring, you lights up on Alistair, who's just standing on top of the entrance, looking at Ron and just slow clapping.
as Ron passes, going to the back, he's gonna full attitude era and just do this.
And then it cuts to the credits. Join us next week for PWN Presents Slaughter! Sponsored by Jefferson's Meat Sticks! Jefferson's Meat, it's what we eat! And feed.
Yes!
Disqualified? That was so good. Oh my god.
I love this game.
So much fun.
When this title's a bet, eat it! Eat the title!
Eat the title. It's yours now. Fine, take it. Well, this has been a great week. Do we have end of stuff? I can't remember. I'm like all caught up in things. Do we have end of session for this game?
It's usually like start of session for this game, weirdly, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
okay,
here we
I
go.
don't
End of
think we have
episode. Here we go. Yes, end of episode. Each character loses -1 heat with any character they
Oh,
didn't have
there
a
it is.
segment or otherwise significantly interact with during the episode.
I feel like I lose one with the cook.
Yeah, me and Death Blossom didn't get a scene, so yeah, we
Yeah.
get -1. That's fine. We'll fix that.
We'll figure it out.
I lose a heat with Rocket Man.
I lose a
That's
heat
it.
with pretty much Diesel. Oh, the horror.
To the whore?
That's
I
what I
said
heard too.
horror.
I heard either, so-
I thought you said whore, and I was like, wow, okay. Don't know who that is, but enjoy.
It's a bit harsh of a thing to call Kimberly, but yikes. And then finally, future endeavors. Any character with 0 audience is fired from the company. However, though I have 0 audience, I am not fired because I am the jobber.
Yep, but you do get to take an advance.
I mark in advance as a result.
Yay!
Yay! And I
Can't
got
wait.
another advance because I hit 4 audience
God
again.
damn it!
That's actually not good for the cook.
No, it's not.
Because once you pick 3 of those,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
the
I
fourth
have to
one,
change.
yeah.
the fourth one
yeah.
is what?
So once you pick 3 of those, you have to create a new wrestler to play, retire this character, and pick an NPW, or legit retire this
Oh.
character.
Do you
Right.
have to, or
Yeah.
is it just you have the option to?
I think you're
It
supposed
just says 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll double check because
Yeah, we'll double check.
typically
I
PGA
thi-
games these are the ones that become available if you want them, but
Yeah.
we'll check the book.
I don't know, and I think it's after you've picked 3 of them. So on the 4th one, I think is when those apply. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
All right,
and that's end of session.
that's end of session. All right,
That's in this session.
let's go around and tell everybody who you are, where they can find you, all that fun stuff. Let's start with who did I end with last time? I think I ended with Fox. So we're gonna start with Fox. I can't remember who I ended with.
You ended
sorry.
with the DBM, I believe.
Oh, then Jackie.
Yeah.
We're gonna start with Jackie.
Hi everybody, I'm Jackie, better known as @DeathByMage. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram @DeathByMage. I create a lot of stuff. I do a lot of DMs Guild stuff. You can find my latest book, Forge in Battle, which is a martial arts maneuvering awesome book featuring over 75 different combat maneuvers. And you can check out coming soon to a drive-through RPG near you, the Unbreakable Anthology, which is an all Asian inspired adventure book anthology written by Asian authors and writers, and also illustrated by Asian artists.
Which is so cool. I'm super excited about that.
So
It's
hype.
really dope. It's
So
really
hype.
dope because I'm one of the
Super hype.
project managers, so I get to see everything.
Super hype. Cool. Fox.
Hey folks, I remain Fox Barrett at Fox_Barrett on Twitter, where you can find me mostly talking about how hard it is being a marginalized queer person. I'm very boring on Twitter, don't follow me. What am I involved in? Obviously you can catch me here Sundays at 3 Eastern time. You can also now catch me, hopefully we'll have a game this week, as part of Rift's Blood, Dirt, and Chrome right here on the channel, Tuesdays at 8 o'clock Eastern time. And Monday nights, I am the over-producer, super producer, whatever.
Executive
for-
producer.
Sure, we'll go with executive producer because fancy titles are fun. I'm the EP for Side Quest, our weekly one-shot series featuring a rotating cast of with people playing different games. Those are Monday nights at 9:30 Eastern time.
But there isn't one this week, right?
Last minute, there's going to be one. We've got a D&D
nice.
game that is putting together. I have to go do a bunch of work for it to make it happen. So yes.
Perfect. Okay, cool. All right then. Simon.
Hello, I'm Simon. I played Death Blossom. You can find me on Twitter at Lucha Libris, like book fight. You can also check out my itch page with a recently released proof of concept Forge in the Dark game called Goblins in Shadow, about goblins trying to kill their elven overlords in sort of like a Styx Master of Shadows meets Assassin's Creed kind of world. You can learn more about the Deco Punk LARP that I run up in Boston called Attaway. If you want to be really gay and sell magic potions that give you superpowers, learn about that at attawaylarp.com. If you would like to hear my audio work, you can listen to the Penumbra podcast, a very queer science fiction and audio drama. I was also recently a guest on the City podcast for this crazy, like, 4 different periods of time mashup superheroes game. And I'll be on Scraticus Academy on the 12th at Clockpoint in Villanova.
Cool.
Yeah.
Smurf.
Yo, I'm Smurf. You can find me on the internet at DSC_Smurf. I pretty much stream every day of the week now. So if you want to figure out where I'm live, follow me on Twitter. That's the best place at DSC_Smurf. I stream with Welcome Party RPG, Dumpstat Charisma, and Soul Bear RPG. Those are the 3 channels I'm on. So check us out. Cool stuff.
And I'm Kate. I go by Me in Midair on the Twitters, and you can find me here every Sunday and on Tuesdays as Riffs, Blood, Dirt, and Chrome with Fox at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Also, I make cool designs and stuff. So if you need a logo or an overlay or anything like that, go to meinmidairdesign.com. That's what I do. It's good stuff. Hire me. I will make you nice things.
She made this overlay
Hire Kate.
and that logo down there.
Well, the logo's kind of slightly awful on purpose. So
Well, okay, that's fair.
I
She
feel
made
like I
this.
have to say
She
that.
made this terrible logo. Hire her.
It's purposely awful. And then so shout out again to our sponsors, Tabletop Loot, Devin Rue, the Mistress of Faps at ruinc.org. So Nerdware, it's what the words nerds wear. Use our code WELCOME to get 10% off your order. And Roll20 at roll20.net. They're a really awesome place that can do sound and online gaming and all sorts of stuff. Go check them out. Who are we?
We are going to be rating G Game Nights, I think, is how they call that, because I am desperately trying to find somebody else who's on right now. So
we're gonna be rating G Game Nights, and we will see you all next week.
Good game nights.
Get your emotes ready. Have a good week, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.